Kidding, I hit the wrong button. How you doing, guys? Welcome to Stay Fishy Friday.
I'm still trying to find us. Hi, everybody.
Someone let us know that we're live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley's not late. Okay, we're definitely live. They're all saying hello. Okay, so today's drinking word is tank. We'll probably be talking about the tank a lot. So drink up. And we got a special guest going to come in here in a couple minutes.
What's that?
I'm not going to tell you.
Really? That's us working in different ends of the building.
Red Bull, yuck.
Hey, what's going on? I don't know, man. Red tail's racing. What red tail?
Well, I just looked out on the camera and I saw, a couple people on the side of the house going through the tubs. I'm like,
We're
did you
loading
sell
up
one?
tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost selling all your stock.
He's like, no, why? And I'm like, I see people out there, Oh, no, he brought a fish in, big 30-inch red tail. He didn't have a tank, drink up. So he put him in the tub. And they just happened to be nice enough to take our tubs that were standing upwards, dump the water out, and flip them upside down for us. So that's how things get misconstrued. I'm like, you selling the tub? And he's like, no, why?
He calls me up and says, what are you doing out there? So I'm getting these people out of here. They were nice enough to bring us this big red tail.
Okay, so now
Oh, he's a monster too.
I heard.
He's about as big as you can grow in a home tank. China, Michigan. That's the roses in China, Michigan.
Yeah, it says Josh looks super happy getting that first coat on. Yeah, well, we got actually we got the second coat on.
He's working on the third.
He's working on the third right now.
Yeah, hopefully he'll come in and stick his nose in here, or is that who you're talking about? Oh, when Josh will come in.
You'll never know. Josh has been here many times. He never stops in, does he?
And nobody will show up, and I'll still never know.
Well, at that point, I'll tell you.
No, that is pointless.
All right. So let me see. Any updates now? We got the, well, it'll be the next video going out. We videoed putting together the dog bone tank. We got all the plastic cut, the 1/2 inch underneath there, and we've got to still cut the 1/8 inch. But Josh is putting this coat of paint on it first. He did one side yesterday, he's flipping over today, doing the other side. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it to fit the tank. You know what to do. And then we can set it down and fill it up with water. It's ready to go. We actually, you know what we got to do? I got to get in that water and build that wall underneath there.
I'm still catching up with the tanks. I'm sorry.
The what?
Tank.
It's to you.
Get him
So
watch wall up.
that's why I left the chair out instead of putting it away for you. We got someone coming by. Don't know when they're going to get here, but Jerry looks higher up this week. He's not so tired. He's sitting up now. He's sitting on that same cushion.
I had a couple of good tours. Good people. Enjoy those.
Ashley says her drink's almost gone by how many tanks she's heard.
Yeah. There you go. Keep it up. I told you that was going to be a dangerous drinking word.
Yes, sir. Tracy in the Jaggle says Tracy's blanket I'm making her is getting big. Not too much longer and I'll have it finished. Aw, thank you.
Oh, great.
Oh, I got a little surprise on the Tracy update today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. Sugar Bear says, how much longer do you think before it's all completed? Well, we have the glass. for this tank.
There is no such thing.
The
as
third coat is going on tonight. So tomorrow, 24 hours, tomorrow night, we could start putting the glass in. Our only problem is we're going to have to do it like one piece of glass at a time. We have to cut 2x4s to length and, you know, do certain things and have a 2x4 to go from the wall that it's going to touch against, a piece of plywood on the wall, this 2x4 here that we can smash down against the acrylic, but so that it don't move up any higher, a piece of 2x4 going up to the top right there. So that's one support. We're going to have like at least 2 or 4 supports on the big windows. On the short windows, which are on the sides, that's going to be real hard to do. So I don't know how we're going to figure them out. Probably clamps or something. I don't know. Or I can put something really heavy in there and push against it, hold the window up.
20-foot.
Or 20-foot 2x4s.
No, 20-foot 3-inch PVC. We've got it
They're selling 10-foot pieces.
There's 20-foot pieces.
Oh, is there?
Out
Well,
there.
yeah, we can use the 20-footers.
Yeah. Those will work.
They'll bend in the middle and not give much.
Well, yeah, there's still enough tension now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of distance. I didn't bust up my good 3-inch PVC either before we.
Harley says they're never completed OFR. There's always 3 projects going at once.
Yeah.
And there's always dreaming going on. Oh, I want this here. Oh, I'd love to have that up there and put this here. Oh, yeah, I will put that in the plans, you know. And then it either gets done or it don't, you know.
At very least, completed is a matter of opinion. You know, I mean, when we're harvesting baby stingrays out of there, I'm going to say completed.
Also, another thing is we were working on a master plan to make a gravel cleaner for the pond. We noticed that anybody gets in the pond, that their feet and it just clouds of just stuff comes up. So that would help our filtration. Is if I had like a 8-inch round piece of clear PVC, 2 to 3 foot, going down to a 2-inch pool hose, and then I can run that over the pool, over the pond, and down the hill to the river. Start the suction and just sit in there for half a day and gravel clean, you know. And I started looking up online. I found them for like $40, but well, then they're shipping, so $50 for the clear piece. Another idea we can do is a regular 8-inch piece of PVC with a small piece of clear PVC in there so that we can see the dirt when it clears out and we can go to the next spot. But that'll help clean up that back pond immensely. Because ever since we put that thing together, then we're dirty gravel that we put in there, you know, and so we just don't touch them. We don't mess with them, and then the dirt don't get stirred up. I'd like to actually rinse off all the gravel in there little by little. Yeah, the bottle jack being held up by a 2x4 would be okay. That would give us some sort of pressure. You can see when it's pushing on the window, and then the silicone starts oozing. That's good enough. And then we do it on the other side, and then maybe in the middle or whatever. Same thing with the PVC. We can use it with the pipe,
Yeah.
the jack.
Yeah.
Sugar says, what about one of those robot pool cleaners? They move around on their own. Yeah, but they're not made to clean gravel. And what we need is like a fish tank gravel cleaner. You stick the tube into the gravel and you see all that dirt come up, and the gravel only comes up a little bit and flutters. The water, clean water comes through. You pick it up, drop the gravel, you move to the next spot, and you do it again. That's what I need out in the pool or koi pond.
Plus a couple of feet and a hand.
Ashley Smith says pressure washing wouldn't help that much either. You'd have to do it a lot. Okay, here's the problem. We already pressure washed that pool once, or pond, and all the dirt gets washed down into the gravel, and you can only suction it out so much, and you're leaving all the gravel covered with a film of dirt when you suck out the water, and then you fill it up with clear water. You know what I'm saying? So
honestly, within a month, we couldn't tell we pressure washed.
Right. Pressure washing is good for like getting the algae and stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's working. Current users or viewers 115.
I'll be damned. I don't know what.
And only 28 likes. That's some bullshit right there. A lot of people watch us that don't like us.
I haven't liked it yet.
Jerry. You know what to do.
Yeah, I gotta pick up my phone and turn it into to go back and drop
do it.
everybody in.
Show the people. Lead by example, Jerry.
This is how you hit the like button. Jeez. Hey, we've got 36 likes now.
All right, Cal Dan has a fish question. It says, my Akara is turning black and the fin on the top has started to get holy. I've treated and treated, but there isn't any improvement. What do I do? That's hard to tell you without knowing your water parameters and all that stuff. I would take your water up to the local pet store and have them test it and give you the parameters that your water is. And that's a start there. As far as, because we don't know the hardness, we don't know the pH. You know, maybe something's changed in your water and your pH has changed. You know, something like that. I noticed in a lot of goldfish, we take them out of one body of water and put them in another, and then they start turning colors. You know, this one was white is now white and red. You know, this one was orange is now got black splotches all over them. And there's really I've never figured out what the reason was. So I couldn't tell you. I just know that if you know what your water parameters were, 6 months ago, and you test them now, you can see that maybe your water company changed things.
Well, there's definitely
pH is different.
stress. I mean, turning black is stress can.
And the holes in the fin, top fin, where it's getting thin.
That might be what he's reacting to. The black is turning stress, but if he's got fin rot or he's got a parasite or something picking on his fins,
He says it just started to get holy.
They're by far not the most sensitive fish to deal with, but they're not a beginner fish either. They need to be monitored. They're a little more sensitive than others.
Bill Lynch says you can't like it if you're watching it on TV. Really? That's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it might not be able to.
Never even thought about that. Rich Raheem wants a drinking word. It's Tank. Raheem, you've been here from the beginning. Like, let's get tanked. Crazy Cichlid says, hello, everybody from Belfast, North Ireland. Wow. Hello.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Especially
it's always nice to know where everyone's from,
Well, with a thumbnail like Crazy Cichlids, I'm interested.
Can you guys hear this air conditioner on behind us? It's like turn it off, I think. There we go. That's much quieter.
Nicer for us. Crazy one, huh?
Yeah, it is. That was just the fan. I didn't even have the air conditioner on.
No.
Just the fan.
Yeah, well, you get used to anything. But...
Depth charge says you can't like it on TV before it starts, but after it starts, you should be able to. They hide so many different, buttons here and there. You may have to take your scroll to the top or something, and something pops down. Who knows? You may have to hold down on your screen, and then it'll pop up. I mean, I don't watch it on TV, so I don't know. Alshana says you can like to stream if watching on TV. That's how I like to stream most of the time. Oh, so you guys just got us on TV all the time. Dan, Jerry, I thought I was just a content creator, but now I'm a TV star. You are too. Everybody's watching on their TV. That makes us TV stars.
Disappear real quick.
I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm no star.
It's kind of fun. I knew that was coming. I expected him to write a fish right on there. Tank.
Jerry, you're stuttering again.
No, I was saying tank 1,000 times.
Okay. Delmax says you cannot hear the AC, but man, it was rattling our brains. It was loud in here. Marie Dean says you can't hear it. Well, it's off now, but thank you guys. Michelle Puritan. Hi, Michelle. How you been? Says, what is the biggest freshwater fish that you can keep long term in a 55 gallon? Geez, I don't know. Oscars for sure. And then even then they get 13 inches, you know.
For one single fish, a green terror would be beautiful.
Green terror,
A
yeah.
nice wet pet. For 2 or 3 fish, something for the bottom, something for the middle, and something for
That's
the
how I always
surface.
try to do things like that.
Yeah.
You know, you got a catfish in there, you got a clown knife for mid, and you got an arowana for top.
One of the
they can't
biggest
be in it.
problems I have in quarantine is not having something swimming over the top of them or having them have enough cover to put them out of that point of
All right,
stress.
so being a 55, I would go myself with like a specialty fish. You know, like
yeah, that's what I mean, the green terror.
well,
fish.
yeah, but I'm talking something really, you know, fancy. You know, like a teacup stingray.
Oh, I'm talking more like lazy.
An
don't
avid
want to
knife.
play
Now
with
they'll
it.
outgrow the 55, but they'll take, you know, 8 years before they get too big for a 55, or maybe 5 years, something like that. But just something really oddball. Like if you want a bottom, mid, and top, I would go with a upside down butterfly fish for the top, an African upside down catfish. They always stay at the top, and they only get about 5 inches. And
Big time jumpers, though.
well, you got to have a lid, yeah. And then you can get like a black ghost for the mid area. You know, he'll stand up on in the
as long
plants.
as he's got a hide in the middle.
Right, the plants. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And then a teacup stingray for the bottom, or an exotic pleco that don't get too big, like 6-8 inches. And then you have, you know, all 3 areas filled up in the water. Oh, that's not our guest. You got me all excited there for a minute. That was Andy. Andy and Brooke, they were out back, and now he just went into the room. Thought our special guest was here. Oh shit, we're way behind here.
I don't know where you went.
Tum, 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 tum. Where did we flip on? It jumped. Okay, here we go. The fish lovers. Who's the special guest, and what's a red chair for? The red chair is where we can set a tank on. Drink up. It's for our special guests when they arrive, whenever that is.
It's a matter of what.
Another one for the bottom is a banjo catfish. They only get like 8 inches, and they got big, huge, wide head.
You've got to have a lot of cover if you're going to ever see your banjo catfish.
Why?
Because the more cover you've got, the more they'll be out from under it.
That don't even make sense. But you
Yeah,
have
it
one
does,
plant in
if
there
you
in the
think
middle
about it.
for the ghost knife, and then you know he'll try and hide under that one plant, and you can still be able to see him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's for the ghost knife. But the banjo cat,
he'll try and hide under that.
he'll try to hide under everything and anything.
But if you only have the one plant, you're good.
Then he'll stay there all the time. You'll never see it.
You can see him because it's only one. I'm not going to argue with you no more.
The point I was making was the more hides they have, the more likely they are not to use them because they know they can jump to them anytime they want to.
Camel Dan says, best show on TV. I'll drink to that.
Tank to you too.
Sugar Bear says 55 is a good community size. To me, a 55 is like what everyone dreams of doing with like a 100-gallon or 1,000-gallon. You just buy 100 guppies and let them in there, or 100 neon tetras and watch them school. You know, it's neat. You walk onto this side of the tank and they all move to the other side, and it's like a wave, just turmoil and all through there. You know, it's so cool.
They are good for a pair of angelfish.
There you go. And they have babies all the time. You can't sell them for much, you know.
Well, I mean, with just a 55 selling them can't be a point.
Shauna says, have any of the baby rays been adopted? Not yet. We wanted to make sure that they were eating good, that they're growing good, that they're stable. And we have a video proof of here they are a month old eating. Here's they were when they were babies. Now they're, this size. So if you take it home, we had one guy and he took his, he bought a stingray from us and he didn't have an air pump. I told him, you need an air pump. You've got an hour drive. He said he was going straight from here up to Walmart. He's going to get one of those Minnow Saber $6 air pumps and put it in there. And then the next thing you know, we get a call that the guy drove the fish home and the stingray's dead. The guy wants his money back. We're like, oh, no, we told him, you have to have air on him. He cannot make the trip. So if there's
offered to give him the air pump.
And he goes, no, we're going to go up and we're going to pass on a Walmart to get back on the highway. We'll stop and get one. Okay. Because I've got 8 or 10 of those battery operated air pumps. I told him just, they're only $6, but when I let people use them, put them in the mail and mail it back to us because we use them all the time. Or, don't even worry about it and we're out $6. No big deal, So we haven't adopted any out yet because of that situation. And we will never release them again unless you have a proper setup right now to take them home for the drive. Because this guy was really mad at us and we didn't do nothing wrong. And we gave him we even told him we can't sell it yet right now because, he's having a little bit of problem. He's been picked on by the other babies. The other ones are bigger. This is the smallest runt. We're going to put him by himself and feed him himself. And we did. And we got him up and healthy and strong. Then we're okay. We can sell him now. We feel confident with him. An hour later, he's dead. That ain't our fault. That ain't nothing we did. That's what you did. The guy obviously didn't stop and get air on him. And he left him in that water for an hour. And it was only one of them fish boxes, styrofoams you get from the pet store. What's that, 18 inches by 18 inches? And it only had 3 inches of water in it. And the guy that called us said, no, there was no air on him, nothing. I'm like, oh, that's your buddy's fault. I warned him. I told him, go get mad at your buddy, not us. That stingray was, perfectly strong.
Well, you try to vent the people that you rehome to, but you can only vent so much.
Because so many people, well, I'm not saying not everybody's bad, okay? I feel blessed by having our crowd of fishy family around us because there's a lot of good people out there.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of bad people. And this guy came to me and he wanted a big pacu. So I'm like, what do you got? 2,000-3,000 gallon tank.
Oh,
you got a pond? But in talking to him, I'm trying to feel him out. He says he has a 1,500 gallon cement, pond in his basement, blah, blah, blah. And he wanted a big pacu. And I'm like, okay, it's a show-offable thing. You can show your kids, your family and all that, how big your fish is. I get it. I understand that. I'd rather have a bigger size for him. But at that time, I had 6 stuffed into a 3,000 gallon. So one in a 1,500 gallon would be better. It'd be an upgrade for him. About 45 minutes later, he toured the place. He looked over the place. And he starts talking more and more about how, he used to, back where he's from, and that's what they used to eat. And I asked the question. I'm like, you're not trying to take this fish to take it home and eat it, are you? And he kind of snickered and didn't answer me right away. And I'm like, oh my God, no. And he goes, no, I wouldn't eat it. But could you give me 2 or 3? Because this is back when we were giving away fish free, all of them. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not even going to give you 1 now. This guy wanted to take him home and eat them. And finally, he admitted it to me that that's what he was going to do, after I wouldn't give it to him no more. So, wow. It's crazy. You really got to feel out people and see where their heart is and see how they are and what they want to do with the fish and what they want to, do they want to show it off? Do they want to breed it? Do they want to, stick it in with a bunch of other fish they got in a pool that's already nasty water? I mean, you got to really feel people out. I believe in, we'll take the fish in and then we'll find it a better home than we can give it. That's not always true when we can put them in our pool pond. But, even fish we put in the pool pond have met their demise. Like that pleco and big Brutus. I mean, who would have ever thought that pleco was in there, for over a year?
Oh, easily.
And then Brutus grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And we were feeding him just like normal. And he was the first one to eat all the time. And then all of a sudden, I come out there in the morning and I see this big long white thing on the ground. I'm like, what is that? I ain't got my glasses on. I'm like, what is that? And I start looking. I'm like, oh, no, that's Brutus. Oh man, I was so upset. And then come to find out, he ate the pleco. And if anyone knows plecos, when they are in danger, they go whoop, with their arms, and they're locked. You can't bend them down.
The top fin too.
Yeah, and the top fin too. And if you grab them around their sides, they'll clamp down on your hand, and you can't. Oh, it's solid. It's like a pair of vice grips clamping you. It's hard.
They're
So-
worse, but yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, so he tried eating them, and then he poofed up in them, and it was stuck half in and out his gullet. He couldn't breathe, and he suffocated and died. And then the pleco died too. It was just terrible, terrible. So if you think you're giving them better home, you know there's still dangers.
I know a guy who lost his finger to one of them golden Raphaels.
Really?
Yeah, he picked it up. They locked their fins in, and
Well, before I
cut his
lost my
in
finger,
there, and it cut his finger right off.
damn.
That well, they've got a sharp edge on the inside,
Yeah.
so that's not as no, it was not a pleco. Believe me, Raphaels have to be handed delicately.
Oh, Marie, what a sweetheart. She goes, I feel like you are TV stars. That's it. Stroke my ego a little more. That's what we need.
You are meant for the ways. Now,
Joanna
I
Nellis says, Raheem, are you trying to get people drunk? He's always trying.
yeah,
He's killing it. We can't keep up with Raheem.
now, I draw the line at eating pets. I do not eat pets.
Where are you getting that at?
I like my fish.
Where are you getting that at?
Well, from the guy with the restaurant.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't see anything about that. Are you reading off your phone?
No, I wasn't reading anything from anybody. I was making a statement about that I don't eat. I mean, I wouldn't eat somebody's pet.
Okay, I understand that. That's random as fuck.
No,
Yeah.
because you were talking about the guy who wanted to buy the
Oh,
bamboo for your.
Damn, got you. Now I know what you're referring to. Thank you. Well, that was like 20 minutes ago.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, to be exact, it was 12 minutes, 37 seconds ago. Okay, stop it. Uh-oh, it jumped again. Damn it. Oh my God, how far did it jump?
I don't know. I can't find it either.
Oh, here we go. All right. Tyler Kerr, what's up, Tyler? Says, Rich said today to the big head carp, you have a face only a mother can love, but I would love one of those. Yeah, they're awesome fish. You got to get them, but they'll get big, like, 3 foot, 4 foot, and thick around too.
Good tank mate for red tail.
Well, see, now here's the problem with that. You put a 3-inch red tail and a 3-inch big carp in there. 2 months later, the red tail can eat the big head carp.
Well, I didn't say put them together when they're babies. I mean, I'm thinking of full size.
Full size, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll take 18 years for the carp and 4 years for the red tail.
I know about 18 years. That carp's grown a whole lot since we.
He has, but I mean, I've had them before, and they take forever.
They do get over about 5 foot in Canada wild.
5 foot? Well, I said 4, and everybody says, okay, they can get them to this big, but then you see pictures of them, and you're like, okay, well, that ain't no 5 foot, and that ain't no 5. All these are 3 foot, so you think, somewhere's around 3, maybe 4 is a big one, but they're saying 5 foot, just like the arapaima, they used to say 18 foot. Now they're saying 13 foot is as big as they get,
I've seen believable pictures of it 14 foot, but that's it. And they're never going to get that big in a foam tank.
Matt LeMay says, this is a special guest, your new grandbaby. Oh, I wish.
Camel Dan asked how big a snowball Pleco gets. I'm not sure what he's referring to as a snowball.
See, there's a problem with a lot of pet stores. You get in something that's like a trumpet snail, and because it looks like this, they call it a spiral snail, and they sell it as such. Now everyone's like, I got a spiral snail, and they're like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they changed the names, like ripsaw catfish is a Terrashuki catfish, is a Niger catfish, is a Oxydorus Niger, you know? I mean, so many pet stores, they just name them whatever, and they start selling them as that, and that's a problem. And now we're over here trying to know its Latin name, its American name, its side names, its aliases.
The only white Pleco I'm thinking of is the hybrid bristlegulls. And they only get about
It's
4
not
inches.
white. It's like more of like albino.
Oh, they've done not the albino. There's a pure white one.
Is there?
Yeah, just like there's a phantom that's not an albino.
Like a platinum?
A platinum that's not an albino.
I'll help you guys out with this. A platinum means void of all color. It's solid white with black eyes. Albino has the red eyes and the pink skin. Leucistic and what was the other color morphs? Melanistic is all black. The piebald is the splotchiness. Like we have the albino alligator gar out there that's pink with the red eyes, and he has splotches of black all over him. So that's an albino alligator gar with a piebald morph. It gets more intense than that. I'm just not remembering everything. So, okay, Sue Ann says, my angelfish has been laying on its side for 2 days now. Should I try floating it? I'm not sure what is wrong. No bloat, no signs of anything. Of all other fish are fine. 75-gallon community tank. Okay, there's many different things it could be, Sue Ann, but if another fish popped him in his side, he could have drained his float bladder. And now, like when you get the air knocked out of you, you can't breathe for a second. It's like your lungs are stuck together. You can't breathe until you take in a breath, you know? And that's basically what's going on with them. Or it could be a parasitic thing where it's infecting his bloat bladder. But here's the secondary conditions that come in. When they lay on their sides, they're rubbing off their slime coat, and then they get infections on their skin, stuff like that. So what would be nice is you get like a little tiny piece of styrofoam and put like a little number 4 hook, you know, put the styrofoam up on the eyelet and put the hook through its top fin. Now it'll at least hold him upwards, and the styrofoam will want to float a little bit. If it's floating too much and it's holding him up at the top of the water, cut the styrofoam off a little bit. And it just holds him upright and lets him heal without getting secondary infections. If you've got it so high that his fin is out of the water, the part that's out of the water the slime coat will decay off of, and it'll just all start getting bad, you know, infections and stuff. The slime coat is what you need to keep on your fish to keep away bacteria, infections, parasites, all kinds of things.
If he got hit that hard, he may need to replace the air in his swim bladder.
Yeah, you got a way to do that on a small angel?
Take him up to the surface and let him suck air. I mean, they're surface feeders anyway. They bite air all the time.
I mean, it's worth a try. It's definitely worth a try.
If he won't get off his side, maybe he can't balance.
But yeah, you can put a hole through not his dorsal, you know, bone, but the finnage in between. You can down about a ½ inch, just put that hook right through it, and it'll just make a little hole, and that hole will grow back. No problem. You don't have no worries about that. You're not doing him no damage. And a little piece of styrofoam through that eye of the hook, or mushed around the eye of the hook, like stick the hook up into the styrofoam, and then you're good. You know, try that. Other people have used pieces of foam to float them. Other people have made cages, which I don't agree with. They make a little strap that goes around the fish and a bubble on the top, and they hold it. But see, all that you're doing there is wearing away its slime coat layer.
They're over-engineering it.
Over-engineering the shit out of it. And use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, there you go. I can't even do that. I'm stupider than stupid. But you didn't see that, Jerry. Anyways, that's worth trying, because leaving him lay there, he can get better, he can get worse, but he's definitely going to remove his slime layer from laying on them rocks. So it's going to get better, or going to get worse anyways. even if he gets better, he's going to have infections and stuff, secondary infections. That was a good question. I hope it works out for you, Sue-Ann. Or any way you can think of floating something, you know. My way, I think a hook is so non-invasive in their little membrane of the top fin.
Yeah.
You know, tying something around the fish, you're not hooking them, but you're taking away the slime layer. So, I mean, I think that my way is the simplest and easiest. But, I mean, there's plenty of people out there a lot smarter than me and can come up with a better way to be better, you know. It don't matter to me. Try to do whatever you can. Nothing will get done without effort, that's for sure. Dreamtime Relaxation. What a name. Oh, my goodness. I like that. He says a special guest tonight is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is coming in and paying OFR $100K to go fishing in the predator pond. Oh, my God. What I would do that in an instant. I would say, okay, here you go. You can go fishing, but no hooks. We're going to tie pieces of tilapia to the string. And you can latch on to anything you want in there. And, you know, after a 30-second fight, the string pulls through the food, and boom. I would do that in an instant. You know, go fishing in there all day long. All you're doing is feeding my fish. I like it. Tip Charge goes, yeah, you don't get your money back for being dumb. I mean, we can't insure dumbness. You know what I'm saying? So, no. I know for a fact we held that thing until it was strong enough to be sold and healthy enough. And he had, you know, gained up almost the size of the rest of them. So, you know, I was completely confident that he could be sold and not die an hour later, you know. He showed no signs of anything being wrong with him. He was stronger and better than he's been in a month. Tyler Curse has always wanted a 75-gallon with neon tetras and just fill it with plants. That's mine and my wife's biggest dream tank. You know what? You wouldn't have to do a water change but once every 6 months. You know, probably 4 months. Depends how much you feed them. But yeah, to see the whole school of fish just moving around, it's so amazing. It is seriously amazing. Let me try and catch up here because they're talking about things that we talked about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
Dreamtime, no. He goes, the only catch is for that Mr. Beast thing, it's going to be a catch and cook video. No. You can keep your $100,000. I'm not letting these fish be cooked.
I'm going back to we don't eat pets.
Fish are friends.
I like fish. I like a good slice of fish. And parkour are delicious.
I have gone to many fish fries, you know, fried catfish, whatever, but it's breaded, it's done. Yeah. Or Mrs. Paul's. I'll eat fish steak, I'll eat a fish patty, you know, a filet, whatever, but I don't see that as a live animal. That's something you buy from the grocery store.
You don't eat something with a name.
Right. Well, I have. My dad was a son of a bitch.
Yeah, I heard stories. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He brought me home this baby calf, and it was so cute. And I'm out there bottle feeding it every day for like 2 months. And then one day we're sitting down at dinner, and he's like, "How's that hamburger?" And I'm like, "That's good. That's really good." And he goes, "Well, that's your." And I'm like, "No." I threw the hamburger down and I ran out to the barn, where I started crying. He made me eat my little sweet baby I've been feeding forever. Oh, that was so hard of that man.
That's bad.
Oh my God.
No, there's no way I would eat one of those parkour out there. But I will go sit down at the restaurant and have myself a plate of Chilean sea bass.
Oh, you know what that is?
And half the time it's parkour, isn't it?
No, it's arapaima.
Arapaima, the Chilean sea bass?
Yes, they have them in New York.
I thought they named this different flavors on the arapaima, different things.
Well, they get the cheapest fillet for sale is the sea bass. So they raise them in New York. They have like thousands of them and a big, huge farm. And I called them once because I wanted a pima, and I only wanted like a 7-8 incher. I just wanted to grow it out, and they were like $1,500. I'm like, what? They only go for like $160 in the store. And they're like, no, we're going to sell it for what we would get it for at full size, selling it for the food.
Yeah, right. That guy
I'm
wanted
like, you son
700.
of a bitch.
That guy wanted 700 for his baby paddlefish.
Yeah. So, you know, I was like, you know, I started looking, and they got a restaurant, and they supply the restaurant with the Chilean sea bass.
Yeah.
They called a bunch of other stuff too. That little thing on their cheek.
Jowl piece. That's high end.
Yes, and they call that something else, some sort of filet, not like filet mignon, but something like that in the fish world. And they sell all these different cuts, and I'm like, damn, the people don't even know they're just eating arapaima. You know?
It just blew one of my whole. I've always been to say that I've tasted just about every fish that's edible out there, with the exception of the arapaima.
Oh, you already tasted it.
I can't say that no more.
Sorry, Jerry.
I even told you one time I promised to leave Brutus alone. I haven't tasted that one yet.
Damn. Talking about my dad and that baby cow fucking got me tearing up back there.
So I go get myself a great big bag of fresh shrimp. I go get myself a great big bag of fresh shrimp, cook them up and take them out there and share them with the fish.
That's another thing I won't eat. The shrimp, lobster, crab. Remember all the cockroaches of the sea.
Yeah. Their physiology is designed to handle those kind of foods. Somebody's got to eat the shit.
A weird man says it depends on the fish. Tilapia are food.
No, they're not.
Not if you
That
raise
is
them.
one of the worst tasting fish on the market. They are. It's all because of how they raise them.
Oh,
You are what you eat.
We're late for the Tracy update, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh,
we're sitting here enjoying ourselves and trying to catch up.
We're not on that end of it. I mean, those people out there are at the other end of the conversation. So we're half an hour behind them. Well, maybe not, but I'm exaggerating again.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. That's where we're gonna leave off. And now, see, I need a thing like this right here. Let me go to it. Boom. For the Tracy update. It's a Tracy update now, you know? I need to start.
I use that background with her chasing you with the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I did a good one.
All right, so I got to make a Tracy update video. We're going to do that. But in the meantime, we got our weekend night nurse, Diane, quit on us. And I didn't find out why. She just never came back. I don't know why. So they've been, sending out for like 3 weeks now, different nurses and trying out different nurses. And I've been training a bunch of them. And, I can't sleep while they're here because they're new nurses. So I got to watch them, make sure things. Because at one time, there's one new nurse come in, and I just got done feeding Tracy, and I told her, when you get told a bunch of stuff at once, you don't remember it all? I told her, I just fed her. She's all done. Everything's taken care of. You got to worry about lunch and dinner at noon and 4, and blah, 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 and this and that goes on, and I tell her what things are, and I show her how things work and this and that, and I go off to bed. Well, I fall asleep, and I wake back up. It's like 1:45. I set an alarm so that I can come out and help her do the lunch for Tracy. And I was just up all night watching Tracy. And then I come back out and I see, an open bottle thing. I'm like, oh, you already fed her for lunch? She goes, no, I'm just getting ready to. Why is this open bottle? She goes, that was breakfast. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you give her pills for breakfast too? She goes, yeah, of course. I'm like, oh my God. You just double dosed her. I told you when you got here that I fed her breakfast and gave her pills and everything. That you only had to worry about lunch and dinner. She said she didn't understand. She didn't hear that. I'm like, oh my God. So now Tracy's out there zinging off of her narcolepsy medicine, the double dose. Oh, I called the doctor and seen if it was all right. And they just told me, don't give her afternoon dose and let her calm down. And, we'll see tomorrow and blah, blah. And it turned out to be okay.
Is that nurse with the foreign we had trouble communicating with locally?
She did have, she couldn't speak much American.
Well, she spoke it, but it had such a heavy accent.
It's hard to understand. Yeah, same nurse. So anyways, I stay up now and I watch the new nurses as they come, and it's been like 3 new nurses in a row. So, I haven't been able to get sleep on a Saturday night. I'm staying up all night watching her. And then now they got this new lady that came out and trained with Latrice today. She seemed really confident. She loved it here. She laughed her butt off. Me and Latrice were going at each other. We're having a good time. And, she liked it. So she wants to stay and do every Saturday night from now on. So we'll see how that works out. I had another nurse that had a hard time understanding that was hard-headed as shit. Just wouldn't listen. I'm trying to tell her, and she goes, well, do it this way and that. And I'm like, no, this is how we do it here. This is where this goes.
She was taking to run it her way.
She wanted to run it her way, right. But then she gets here, and I start showing her, I bring out everything we need for lunch. And I'm showing her, you need 250 milliliters of this, 30 milliliters of this. You need 2.5 of these pills, 1 of these pills, and put it all in this bag, and then get the air out of the line, and then we'll hook it up to Tracy. And she starts pulling down other things off the shelves. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, well, I'm going to use this I give her bath. I'm going to use this lotion to wipe my after. I'm like, you're going to take everything down off them shelves, and you're not going to know where anything goes. So put that all back. If you need something, use it, and then put it back. And then if you need something else, use it, put it back, and you'll get to know where everything belongs.
Yeah.
Because you're going to piss off 3 other nurses.
Yeah. Oh, I tell people that with the community service and volunteers and stuff. I says, if you don't know where it goes, put it back where you picked it up, because then at least 2 people know where it is.
Right.
The one who left it there in the first place and you.
Well, now, here's the one thing I want to tell you guys about Tracy. Actually, hang on a second. This is giving me a headache.
Not as much of a headache as it was yesterday. Tracy update, not air update.
Okay, so, anyways, when Tracy first came home from the hospital, she didn't have no movement anywhere, right? She was just stiff, locked in syndrome type. Her arms and her wrists were like this, and her feet were pointing straight down. They call it ballerina feet. And she was just always tense, like she's having Charlie horses in every muscle. And we got that, pretty well worked out. We're doing range of motion and moving her and stuff. Now she's all relaxed. Well, we started noticing when I was washing under her feet with a wet nap. It's cold, right? I touch her feet. She starts moving her toes and her foot away from me, like bending her foot backwards. And I'm, oh, you're getting movement in your feet now. And then it became her ankles. Then it became her knees. Then it became her legs. She can move all of her body now from her legs down. And then she always had movement for her head. She can hold her head up in a wheelchair and stuff, but she didn't have movement in her arms at all. So it sort of looked like it came from both ends and was meeting in the middle. So now her arms, every time she'd cough, they'd go straight and tense up. Or, she'd stretch, she'd move her arms. But them are involuntary movements, right? So I'm sitting there, and I want her to be able to grab my hand, squeeze it, for yes and no type things, And it was 3 days ago. I put her arms, because, I have to roll her over. I have to roll her back. I have to change her. I have to, move her legs up. I put the diaper up in between. I strap it on, and then I bring her up. I pull her up on the bed. I move her where I need her, right? And that kind of stuff. And then I set her up and I get her comfortable. I got a pillow between her legs so the skin don't touch skin. I got a pillow under this arm so that her hand hangs off the end because it's got that monitor on it. And if she coughs or something, she tenses up, makes a fist. Well, if I have it hanging off the end, she hits the pillow, and it don't come off as much. So, and then, her other arm, I usually lay on her belly like this. And I guess she didn't like it there because, I'm sitting there talking to her. And, I stroke her hair and I tell her, how much we miss her and all this stuff. And, she takes her hand and she moves it up to here. And I'm like, Tracy, did you just move your arm? And I take her hand and I move it back down. And she moved it back where she wanted it. I'm like, oh my God, that's a great step forward. You are now getting movement in your arms. Yes. She wanted it where she was comfortable with it, not where I placed it. And that to me, little sassy girl, that to me was a big jump forward. So now she's getting movement in her arms like she's got in her legs. So it's all coming back to her slow. I realized today it's been 5 years. I almost lost it. I'm like, what? No, 5 years? I've been doing this for 5 years, taking care of her. No, it just seems like it just happened. But 5 years it's been since February 5th, 2020, almost 5.5 years. So she's finally got movement in her arms now, like she's got in her legs. I've got a video of her. She lifted her leg up off the ground and she was actually moving it. Like, okay, here's her leg. And then she brought it up like this to where her foot's down here. So her knees bent up to here and then her legs straight. And she brought her knee towards her face and moved it in and out like 6 times. I'm sitting there, you go, Tracy, go. She's working out, it looked like. So she was moving things on her own. So her legs came in before her arms did. Now her arms are coming in.
More like getting ready to whoop your ass.
I wish. I'll take an ass whooping if she would just wake up. Oh my God. And I had the best dream last night about her. I've had many dreams about her, right? To where I didn't want to wake up on every one of them, but this was different. She came back and she knew everything. I mean, she came back like it was Tracy. You shut off a light switch and now she's back. And it's Tracy back again. I mean, she's up from the bed. She's walking around. She's hugging me. She's kissing me. I'm taking her outside and I'm showing her pond and she's just jumping up and down and clapping her hands and all excited and so happy. And I show her the cement out there and the gazebo and the little dune buggy. She wanted to go for a ride. And I'm just smiles in my bed sleeping, I guess. I'm just smiles from ear to ear. And I'm showing her, I'm taking her around the house on the dune buggy. And then I told her I got the 4-wheeler back from Josh. So now she don't have to ride in the back of mine. She has her own 4-wheeler. And, I got the 1,000 Can-Am and the 700 Grizzly that I bought brand new. So, we're going around the house and she's following me. She's having the time of her life. And, I was so happy. And then I woke up and I ran into the living room to see, and there she was laying there. I'm like, no. That was the best dream. I was so happy. I don't know how long. It seemed like hours in my mind. I don't know how long dreams last or whatever, but to me, it felt real for hours and it was happy. I was so happy. And, and then she moved her arm again today. So it's becoming, habit. It's becoming natural now for her to move her arm. So I can't wait for the next thing. Is the next thing her hands? Is she going to start squeezing? Is she going to start, because I know she follows me with her eyes and I'll talk to her and she'll turn her head over and look at me, but it would be something else if she could communicate. That would be the best, it would be so great. I miss that girl. I mean, I showed the nurse today all these old videos of Tracy, and I'm like, oh my God, you look at her. She just listened to me. And then she would, I would tell her, come here, I want to get your neck. And she's so ticklish, right? But she'd lean in to let me get the neck. But as soon as I go to touch her, she'd pull back away. I'm like, why do you listen to me? You know I'm going to tickle you. Why do you listen to me? But she just did. She listened to me. And you know what? I was the one. She came from a terrible family, a terrible home life, everything. And, yes, I divorced her because of what she did. But she was never taught right. So that was part of my conditions of, she was homeless. I let her move back in here. But you're going to be a good mother to my children. I'll never forgive you. I hate you. But you're going to learn to be a good mother to my children. They deserve that. So I distilled into her, ethics and morals and goodness over evil and all this stuff. And, she became one hell of a good person. She's a sweetheart. Now, everybody loves her. And, she didn't deserve this. And, I doted so long on the hatred of I had to divorce you. You tried taking the kids from me and everything. And I got the house, I got the kids, I got everything and the thing. All she wanted was a new boyfriend, But all that in the past, she ended up homeless. So I let her move back in, and she became such a good person. And I held on to that anger, and I wish I'd let it go 20 years ago because she would have been a great wife that whole 20 years, That's why I said as soon as she wakes up, she is not only made up for what she did to me in the past, she's been living with me for the last 35 years, and she was a great woman. She was a great friend, a great, she went after people that were trying to screw me over. I had to grab her, little 98-pound, go, oh, girl, come here, please don't, and she's wanting to kill him. You don't screw over Big Rich, I love her. So I told her, you know, at all you've done more than made up for the past, and now you've actually died for your sins and come back. The moment she could say yes or no, I am remarrying that girl. We're going to be together forever. That's all there's to it. Should have done that 20 years ago. But I just, you know, fool me once, ha ha. Fool me twice, no. I wasn't going for it, you know. But after she died and we brought her back, I was, you know, I don't know, 3 months afterwards, I'm cleaning up my bedroom. And, you know, she has her dresser on one side, I had my dresser on the other. So I started, you know, cleaning up her dresser and stuff. And I found a notebook in there. And she's got all these letters she wrote to me. I guess her therapist told her to do this. Write your feelings out and, you know, just don't give it to him. Okay. So she did all this. I've never seen these. And I'm sitting here 3 months after she died. And, you know, the doctor said she'll never come back. And, you know, she'll never come off these 8 machines. And, you know, we're just bawling and crying, the whole family and everything. And then, you know, 3 months later, where she worked herself off of the machines in a week, she's fighting to come back, you know. I wanted to beat that doctor's ass. But anyways, now I'm running across these things, and it's like, this girl's pouring out of her heart, and all she wanted was to be remarried to me. And every single letter, it's all she talked about. You know, you're such a good person. You done this for me. You taught me this. I'm so ashamed of myself. I wish I'd never hurt you. You know, it went on and on and on. I wish I could have believed her when she told me these things, you know. I just didn't. You know, it's hard to believe somebody that's lied to you and snuck and screwed you over and tried taking your kids from you. You don't believe that person no more. You know what I'm saying? You're my evil, you know, you're my nemesis. No, you don't believe that person, you know. So, but she really, all she wanted to be is remarried to me. And, you know, we lived a great life together. I just wouldn't remarry her. And I mean, I let it be what she did back then. That was in 95. That's how long ago it was. It was in 93 it happened. I ended up getting the divorce in 95, you know, because I didn't find out about it right away. So when I did, I filed for divorce and all that stuff. So 95 was when we got divorced. So it's been 95, 150, it's been 20 years. No, it's 30 years. 2015, 2025. Yeah, 30 years ago. So I don't know. But the point is, she's my baby, and I take care of her. And I didn't realize it's 5 years now since she's been gone. Shit. You know, I seen a video of her today. I was showing the new nurse, and, you know, the back deck was there, but there was no roof. And then for like 2 years, we had that canopy roof with the metal poles and the canvas. And then we, you know, got rid of that and built a wood roof. And then we built the pond back there for her, the big Tracy koi pond. And then we put in the cement. Then we put in the gazebo. And then, you know, we got the four-wheeler. Well, she knew about the one four-wheeler. I got the second four-wheeler. I got the dune buggy. We got the boat. She hasn't seen none of this stuff. I mean, she may have seen it when we pushed her out there with a wheelchair, but that don't mean she knows it's there, you know? So I can't wait. Like that dream last night, I showed her all this, and she was so happy. Oh, my God. I wish I could just live in that dreamland. You know, screw life. Let me be in that dreamland. I was happy. Well, that's our Tracy update. Oh, and Latrice and Miriam are amazing nurses. They're our main nurses, so I'll give a hand for them. They put up with me. I had Jackie. She's our weekend nurse, but we're going to lose her soon because she's an actual school nurse. So she's going back to her school once school starts up. But she was sitting there, and she's like, she starts talking to me, and she's like, you know, I've watched you for a couple months now. And I'm like, uh-oh, what's this leading to? You know, what am I doing wrong? That's what I'm thinking, you know? And she goes, Big Rich, you're just such a good person. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, you help everybody out. You let people stay here. They need a place to stay. You open your house to the public. You take such good care of Tracy. You know, I haven't met many people like you. And I'm like, oh, Jackie, stop. Keep going. I mean, stop. So she had me on cloud nine all day long. I came back in later, and, you know, I had to tell her. I was like, you just made my day saying something like that. That's crazy.
Hit me again. It hurts so good.
Right.
Thank you, everybody. Get back to the chat.
Oh shit. Mike Kirkpatrick says from MK Cichlid says they sell bags of frozen fillets from iridescent sharks at grocery stores now. They call it swat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's iridescent shark?
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't tried it. Not that I know of. I made iridescent shark, but I haven't tried SWAT.
Shamu Aquatic says fish are friends, not food, because I've always found fish that taste and smell absolutely nasty. Actually, on the Friday fish fries, the breaded up catfish, that tastes really good. Or the what's that they catch in the Atlantic or the oceans for they put for Gorton's fish fillets? There's a certain kind of fish
The halibut?
not halibut.
Cod?
Cod. That the flaky layers, it's like a fish steak.
Yeah.
You know, that's really good.
That's kind of hard for coolidge. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, yeah.
And my lifestyle says the only fish I'll ever eat, and that's tuna, only tuna. You know what? I made some tuna casserole for everybody the other day, which is
good.
A macaroni and cheese mix, and then I made my own homemade macaroni and cheese. So I added like 3 bricks of sharp cheddar. I ground myself, and a stick of butter, a cup of milk, and then I did a packet of white American, and then a thing of mozzarella. And it was so cheesy. It was so gooey, and the cheese pull, it was great. And I crunched up a bunch of Cheez-It crackers for on top. And then I added now that's just the macaroni and cheese. I added 2 cans of tuna and 2 cans of peas. Now that makes it the tuna hell casserole. And everybody likes it.
It's a good meal.
Hayden says that pleco messed Josh's foot up when he got in the latest videos. Yeah, it scratched him pretty deep.
Yeah, I'm a meat eater.
Deb Charge says barramundi is sold as sea bass too.
I didn't know that.
No.
Nothing surprises me. Yeah, they got special cutters to punch out cookie type cutter out of squid, and they sell it as abalone.
Huh.
And it's like 10 times the price. The squid's good enough; it doesn't need to be sold.
Marie Dean says beer battered walleye is the best. I've heard that. Camel Dan says, what do you think of jellyfish in Lake Erie? There's jellyfish in Lake Erie?
Not that I heard.
That's the first time hearing about it.
It's possible that there's those little freshwater jellyfish in there. They're invasive, I suppose.
Aggressive Fish Lover says halibut cod are the best thing from the ocean. Lars Bremen says, I'm always surprised how strong Josh is. He's scrawny, but man, he's the only one I trust on the other side of a 300-gallon with me. Well, of course, his brother, if he's here, but Josh strong, like blue.
Yeah, Marie Jean, I gotta admit, beer battered walleye is awfully hard to beat, especially if the walleye has been cleaned right.
Harley Gem says, nope, butter for walleye and bass, beer batter for pike and others. Huh. Joanna Nella says, Team Tracy all the way. You're an amazing person, Rich. Not many people would put their life on hold like you have. See, I don't believe that in a second. People would say, oh, you're such a great person. You're this. I don't believe that. Tracy is like one of my kids now, you know. She's not my other half now. She's one of my kids that I don't think it's nothing to take care of her. I would do that for any one of my kids, you know, or one of my loved ones, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see that I'm doing anything special to do that. I just make sure, you know, like she's been here for 5 years and not once has she had a bed sore. But when we brought her home from the nursing home, she had that hole in her back about this big, right above her butt crack, where they had never moved her, just left her lay on her back. And the bed sore turned into dead necrotic skin. It was all black and it was about 1.5 inches thick. And I had to put this stuff on it that eats dead skin and then cover it with this salve and all this stuff and then gauze. And it took me 7 months to close this hole up, you know? It was horrible. And that's the only scar she's got because she has not had one bed sore since she's been home. And if I can take care of her better than a nursing home, what's that say about these damn nursing homes? I'm just some guy. You know, I'm a backyard mechanic, you know, a jack of all trades. You know, I'm nothing special. And I can take care of her better than a team of nurses at a nursing home. Somebody's screwed up somewhere somehow. Somebody's dropped the ball for sure. Because that nursing home shouldn't be like that. And then they didn't want to release her to me. You know how she got released to me, right? Someone told her that someone's marked down on some of the paperwork that her husband was in there every day reading to her, whatever, something like that. And it got back to Care Source that she's married. And they dropped her. Then the nursing home finally says, okay, look, because they had told me I can't come in for training because of COVID, so they can't release her to me. They give me a call when they find out that Care Source kicked her. And they're like, sir, we've rethought our opinion, and we decided the best thing was for her to be home with her family, around family members and loved ones.
Yeah, no money involved now.
Right. So they go, if you're willing to put on a mask, a shield, a gown, and, you know, gloves, you can come in and we'll train you, blah, blah, blah. It might take multiple days. I went there and stayed there for 12 hours, one single day, passed every single test they had. I had to change her trach. I had to, you know, change her feeding peg tube. I had to suction her out. I had to change her diaper, all this different stuff. And, you know, they said we've never had a male pass in one day like this before, ever. We've had a few females pass, but no male, ever. It's always been 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And like, well, okay. Sounds dumb to me, but okay. So then they say, okay, by Friday, we're going to release her to you. You know, be prepared, get things ready at home, and then Friday you can pick her up at noon. So I work at the same time trying to get back onto her getting back onto Care Source, you know, because she's on SSD, disability for her narcolepsy. So I had to send them our divorce decree in '95. I had to go and get it, you know, from downtown and all that stuff. And it was a bunch of hoops to step through, and I finally got the divorce papers and sent it to them and did everything. And she got back on Thursday on the SSDI, Social Security Disability Benefits. Okay, so oh, this is going ahead, and I'm not even catching up. Okay, so Thursday gets put back in, and then I go to pick her up on Friday. I get a call at 11 o'clock Friday. I'm supposed to pick her up at noon, and they're like, "Sir, we've thought our position, and we decided the best thing for her was to stay here in the nursing home." And I'm like, No, absolutely not. I will bring the police. I will fight you. I am coming there at noon, and I am taking her home. And, you know, I called the police. I had them come there with me, and they let her go to me. It turns out they found out she got back on, you know, SSDI, and the money can come in again. So they were wanting to keep her now. You know, they don't give a shit about the patients. So screw that nursing home. She's been home for 5 years now, and she's in best care ever. Well, almost 5 years, because she was in there for 7 months, where she went, what do you call that when you're almost next to death? You go septic. She went septic twice at a nursing home and got put into the hospital.
I've been there, done that, man. Got myself septic.
Okay.
Yeah.
She had that big hole in her back, and then, you know, from the nursing home. And then, you know what? She's been here 5 years now. Not once has she had to go to the hospital because she turned septic. You know, how can somebody not care about another human life? I don't care if it's my kid or not, my wife or not. I would treat somebody else's kid, you know, oh, it's time, I got to feed them, you know. I wouldn't not feed them and not turn them, you know. I don't understand them people. Okay, well, anyways, Tracy update's over. You guys are getting me mad now.
No, I wouldn't. When they were doing bladder surgery on me for the cancer, they accidentally poked a hole in my bladder, and then they pumped that caustic agent in there and burned my insides, sent me home.
Oh, shit.
Didn't even know they poked a hole in my bladder. 4 days later, I'm septic.
Your body's full of urine.
Yeah, I was
You had urine going through your veins.
11 days in the hospital, and I don't remember the first 4.
Wow.
They tried to kill me. I ain't letting nobody slice on me again. I'll piss blood all day long. And they're still not going to slice on me again. Sorry, more than you needed to know, folks. There's the reason I'm retired and disabled.
All right, Harley Jam goes, Temiskaming area is amazing fishing. Lake Anamana jumped on me. Hang on. Anamana pissing? I don't know. What the hell? Where are you from? Where are these names from? Is it Denmark somewhere or something? Never heard these names. Can't even pronounce some of them. Ooh, Ashley said nursing home OD'd her grandmother 2 times before she ended up passing away. If I could do it over, I would never have let her go. It was supposed to be a rehab. No. Well, you know, they did that to Tracy. They gave her some sort of antibiotics, injected her in her arm, and it was on her list in her paperwork that she's allergic to it.
Yeah.
And her whole arm swelled up like a football. Yeah. How could you not see it in the list? I knew she was allergic to that.
Well, man, when my hip was busted up and I was in that body cast in the hospital for a few days, one of my roommates had a shared room. They came in the middle of the night wanting to prep him for surgery, and he wasn't scheduled for surgery.
Oh, shit.
In the middle of the night, I mean, shit, boy, hell came down. There wasn't nobody sleeping that night.
Okay, here's a big thing right here. We're off the Tracy update now, so we're back to questions. T-bolt, whatever, however it's pronounced,
You lost him.
says, hey, Big Rich, the new filters seem to outperform the under gravel filtration from Aquascape. Are there plans to add more filtration to Tracy Pond to further improve water quality? Okay, yes, but let me clarify this question. Aquascape gave us enough of the wetland filtration to handle a 10 by 40 pond. Me and Josh decided to build bigger. I used the liner he gave us to do the roof on the wood deck out there, or the wood roofing above the deck, and I bought a new pond liner, big enough for a 40 by 50 pond. And it cost me a couple $100 more than just buying, you know, the liner I wanted, or just I would have had to buy the roof liner. So I used his as the roof liner, and I bought a bigger one out here. It cost me just a couple $100 more than I was going to spend. Great upgrade. We were such hurry, and we didn't know, and we didn't think about it. We didn't upgrade the size of the wetland filtration. So right now, we made that thing 4 times bigger than the filter was made to handle. So we need to dig down and make 3 more wetland filters that size, 5 by 8. So basically 15 by 8 we need to build in the ground and add that, and then it would do a great job. It's not Aquascape's fault.
Oh no, man! That filter works beautifully for what it's designed.
That's what's running the whole pool pond, and you see it's crystal clear at all times. And not only that, they sized it for the pool pond, but I ran all the water from my fish room into there and pumped up fresh water into my fish room too, along with my filter in the fish room. So
take it to the limit.
So Aquascape filtration is amazing and does a great job. Okay, so does these new filters. But you know, Greg's so busy. It took 4 years now of waiting for Aquascape to, you know, they were going to donate us some more pond filtration stuff and come out here and do a pond build or a filter build. And you know, we've been waiting for 4 years. So we got these new filters in for our fish room, but we decided to use them on the pond first to help the pond clear up. They are doing a great job. They are great filters, but I don't want you guys taking away that you think Aquascape's filtration is no good, because that's absolutely wrong. It's undersized for what me and Josh built after what they donated to us. Okay.
Yeah, I really wish we could get more public on that without going crazy.
At no point at all do I put down Aquascape at all.
No,
I don't want anyone thinking that they're bad. I don't want no one thinking that, you know, they can't keep the pond clean. It was our fault. Totally mine and Josh's fault. We didn't even think about filtration. All we thought, oh, let's build this pond bigger.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know, we're meant. Oh.
Well, hey, if you buy any product in the store and modify it, you have voided any responsibility of that manufacturer for that product. We modified it.
We modified the shit out of it. Oh, Jerry. Go to the bathroom. Puke that shit out.
Excuse me.
Anime Lifestyle says, any luck with the one stingray having her pups yet? The only one we knew was pregnant still hasn't had her pups. We had 2 other stingrays had their babies. The one had 8. The albino pearl rays had 8, and then we had 2. Another ray had 2. So we've got 10 babies out there, 10 pups.
That little baby's got at least 4 babies in there.
At least.
I can count
she's
4
huge.
of them wiggling.
Wow.
I think she's going to hold them until they're through with their yolk stacks, and they're going to force her to come out. But that's just me. They can do that.
Diebold says, that makes sense. Vasquez family says, empty tank, Reaper, or they capitalized tank? Here's to you. Tyler Kerr says, again, OFR is a dream to have that much experience that Rich, Jerry, Josh, and Reaper have the fish they have had. They are legends and inspirations. Keep it up. And here's to Tracy, OFR, my fishing family. Oh, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. There's a lot of mileage. And when it comes to them damn torpedoes with teeth out there, Josh has got 20 years experience on me.
Raheem says, why don't you and Josh, with the help of the community service people, build aqualand filtration? Well, here's the problem. We don't have a big flat area, okay? So our pond is here, and then the ground goes away from it, down. So we're going to have to build some sort of waterfall down to an area that we can have a big filtration dug in the ground and then pump the water back up. So, and that don't even help because that's coming in from on top. What the way aquascape filtration works is a pump in your overflow or in the pond itself pumps water through a 4-inch hose to the very bottom of this aquascape filtration, okay? Whether it's 5x8 or 20x20, it pumps it down to the bottom, and then it goes into these tubes called caterpillars. They're just basically like drainage tiles. They're tubes with slots in them. So the water comes in tremendously fast, fills up these tubes and slows down, and then comes out the little holes of the tubes into what are known as aqua blocks, which are nothing more than a bunch of, like, let's say, milk crates with, you know, walls inside that, you know, bacteria can hook to. And it spreads out the whole width and now super slows down, spreads out, and then fills up slowly, like this slow. And you go through a foot of rocks about an inch, inch and a half, and then a foot of rocks about ½ inch, and then a foot of rocks about a 1/4 inch. And every layer catches different dirt. and it comes out the top and overflows back to your water. And that's basically the filtration. All the bacteria lives underneath there, and they have the bacteria that is lives in the dark, aerobic bacteria and non-aerobic bacteria down in there. So I mean, it's amazing. It's a great system and it works well, but we don't have flat land that our pond is on that I can dig a hole next to it. So we're going to have to figure a way out. We're going to have to pump it down and pump it back up. And see, you can't do that because no two pumps will exactly match each other and keep the water level the same. So it's going to be hard for us. So we use the other filtration in the meantime to help get it clear, and it did help. We can see the bottom now. You know, we can see the paddlefish all the time. Even my blind ass can see them. There's a dark spot. That's the paddlefish. So, yeah, we're going to need Ed Ballou, his expertise on how to do something like this. We may have to build ground up, you know, where the dirt comes down behind it. We may have to build that up with dirt to be able to have a pit behind the pond that will overflow back to the pond. Shauna says Pancake had more mini cakes. She did. She had the 8, but then a different Ray had the 2. Deb Charge says, where's the special guest? They're coming. It's a matter of time.
Raheem, exactly. It's like under gravel filtration.
Like a reverse flow under gravel filtration, yeah.
You've got to consider that in the fish room with the monster pond, we also have a sock table and settling tank. Well, we almost have a settling tank. It's full of catfish right now.
No. The settling chamber is the 800 gallon.
Oh, I know. It's 800 gallons.
There's no fish in there.
Yeah.
Then it's the sump you're talking about.
The sump was acting like a settling tank.
Yeah, after the settling chamber.
Yeah. That's a great system Josh set up with them baby rays over the top of the sump, though.
Yeah.
That was inspired.
Well, that's how we set up every time we set up one.
Well, I've never set them up with you guys before. I mean,
Josh gets all the credit?
The little floating in the top and everything. No, he learned from you. It's credit by...
When we had the babies in the other tank, I had an under gravel filter head.
Yeah.
And I cut out the plastic on the side so it was there. And I ran a sponge filter on the end of the tube going down for the under gravel filter. And I put an air bubbler in there. So water was being pulled up by air into the baby chamber. And then I put some ribs on the other side with my soldering iron. I just little holes. And so the water would get up so high and overflow. Sure. You know, and that's how we did it before, you know, but this is a much bigger thing. We got more babies now.
Every system's different. One of the things I love about this place is the system actually works. I've seen a lot of systems this size and in different places that there's no way in hell 2 or 3 men could keep that thing operating without losing half.
Oh, it's so technical and over processed and yeah.
No, it works.
I'm talking other places you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Where 2 people can't run it.
No, there's no way.
Everything's, you got so much equipment, so much over processing.
Yeah.
Camel Dan says, does a small pond need a filter? It depends. Do you want fish to stay alive in your pond, or are you just going to have a hole in the ground with water?
Well, if you're only going to have 1 fish in a pond, you got no problem.
And you just have plants in there. You'd be okay.
The guy was asking me today, he said he's got about a 3,000 gallon pond. Would one of the baby paddlefish be fine in there? And I said, no. 3,000 gallons is too small.
When they get full grown.
Yeah, in long term.
Right.
I mean, unless you plan on adding another.
You know what I tell people then?
30,000
It'll work for a few years, but then you can bring back a full size one and we'll give you another baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to play Pecos with it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that blew me away when I was a kid. When Plecos first hit the stores, we give you one, sell you one to fit for your 10-gallon tank. When it outgrew your 10-gallon tank, you bring it to us, we would give you another small one and sell the one that you just grew out for us
Right.
for twice as much.
3 times, 4 times.
And then when it came back from its 29-gallon home, we'd sell it to somebody with 55. And I mean, you're paying us to grow out our fish for us.
Right.
It was oh man, it was just money hand over hand.
Okay, and my lifestyle says, how's the Fly River turtle doing? Haven't seen it in videos for a while. Well, we have 5 of them, and they're all doing great. They're all in different tanks. You got
Hubert is very upset.
why?
He does not like not getting the attention.
Oh, well, I made him a movie star, and then I put him away.
And then you put him away. He's a hand-tamed pet that comes when he's called.
But
basic.
His dog bone tank is almost ready. He'll be back in that. And he'll be.
You guys been working on it.
Yeah.
I see that.
Oh man, you see me cutting? I cut all that plastic yesterday, and I made a mess.
Did you ever? Yeah.
Oh my god!
Thank God for community service.
Yeah, they vacuumed it all up.
But yeah,
Marie Dean says, "Gotta go."
I
Y'all have a
love
great.
taking him out and letting the kids pet him and hand feed him. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between a finger and a strawberry, but you just take that risk.
Marie Dean says, "Gotta go." Y'all have a great week and stay fishy, my friends. Bye, Marie. Fix It Kev says, "Hey Rich, what type of paint you're using now in the tank?" I tell you what, I don't know its name right now. Josh ordered it. Josh got it. Josh did all this. I don't know it, but I'm going to use it from now on. It is so just like perfect. It works great. It's so hard. I can't scrape. I can take my thumbnail and I cannot scrape a piece out of it.
Right.
I mean, it is solid. It is great. I tried taking a hammer and hitting it on the corner of the stand, trying to chip it off, and it wouldn't. I couldn't bust it off with a hammer.
I can't wait to see if that piece of plywood flattens back out.
It don't matter.
As I know it doesn't matter in your application.
Right.
But when he painted the one side of the piece of plywood,
he got wet
and
and
bowed.
right.
Okay.
We flip it over, paint the other side.
Paint
It should
the
go
other
right back.
side. It should go right back, but that's the quality of that paint. It's penetrating and it's actually bending the plywood because it's sealing it so
Right.
tight.
Hayden G says, he's talking about itty bitty and P Diddy. Ain't no P Diddy no more. It is itty bitty and titty with a D, 2 D's. Tiddy. Okay, no P Diddy.
Yeah, no P Diddy.
It's itty bitty and titty
Actually, it was itty bitty and titty, but
with T's before. That was rude. That was rude.
well.
So it's titty, Tiddy.
Well, right now it's Cooper,
and they're doing great.
It's Cooper and Itty and Bitty. Right now. I don't know if he rehomed T. I don't remember. Oh yeah, one of them was getting aggressive.
Oh, that's Josh did get rid of one for that.
That one, yeah. I was thinking of 4, the 3 are gone.
And my lifestyle says, ever fix that one pool that had rust on it? Are going to get to it soon. The one that had the bad paint, dark blood, but the water line is light blue. Yeah, that's our sump, and that's the last one we're going to fix. We had to get the tanks up and going first. So you guys know that our 4,000-gallon tank, don't know the sizes of these new tanks. I put up this morning, 2,500-gallon tank gets finished. Josh scolds me. That's a 3,000-gallon tank. You put it up as 2,500.
It's actually more than 3,000.
Okay. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll fix it. And I made a new thumbnail and changed it. So now it says 3,000 gallons.
It's going to take some time because those tanks weren't sized by the gallon. They were sized to fit the space available.
Right. So anyways, the new tank, we're waiting on the back wall to be built and the glass to come in on this other tank. We just had to, strip it and paint it. We've got the glass here. We're going to get it up and running sometime this next week.
And I guess we can guarantee you're going to see upgrades on the dog bone tank, but
okay,
whether it's up and operating by then, I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not by Monday. We're going to have to work on this bottom end and then placing it and then filling it with water. And Josh didn't reseal it. It barely leaked.
Yeah.
unless we filled it up too high. But see, now I don't care. Now, if it leaks, it's dripping down the backside. I made the stand where it's got a 1/4 inch indifference. The front is a 1/4 inch higher that sticks over the ground than the back. So at this point, anything that leaks out of the tank is going to run that way and back into the pool. I don't care if it leaks. We're having a pump from the pool pump up into it to an overflow that goes right back to the pool. All pass through water. If it leaks, it runs back into the pool. I don't really care. The bottom side is a sealed piece of wood that's painted with 2-part epoxy and a piece of 1/2 inch plastic. Nothing's going to get ruined. So,
All right, thank you, DT Knox, $10. Says thank you for
Oh, we
all
actually
you
got
do. Also, the Big Rich purple drink is my new favorite drink.
you tried it out? Here's to you.
Tank.
For the others that don't know, I put my pinky under the cup, and this is a big 16-ounce, or I'm sorry, 20-ounce cup. I take 3 fingers. I fill it up, 2 fingers, and right in the middle, right here, is the line. So it's 2 fingers. Probably 2.5 for normal people. I got big hands. So 2 fingers of vodka, and then 1 packet of grape crush flavoring. I pour into there, and I mix that up, and then I put it under the refrigerator and get ice water. And it fills it up with water. So you hydrate while you drink, and you catch a little buzz, and you have a good time. And it's a good tasting drink. I use the vanilla vodka, whichever brand you want. I use the Pinnacle. I used to use Burnett's, but they won't sell it here in Ohio no more for some reason. And it was cheaper. It was like $7 for a 1/5. And now I'm paying $19 for a 1/2 gallon. So I don't know. But anyways, it's the next cheapest one I found. So Pinnacle tastes pretty good, does all good. And I don't get like hangovers and all that. I mean, I do get hangovers, but I don't get the headache hangovers. I'm dehydrated. I'm hydrating while I drink all night. I'm having all that water. So I do get hangovers where I got, like if I drink a lot, I'll have the shakes in the morning and I'll be a little bit in the fog. Like, don't ask me right now. I don't know. I don't want to talk, that type of stuff. But I don't have the hangover or the headache hangovers like I used to. So
I like these because they're pre-mixed, but there's no hydration.
and thank you, DT Knox, for being our 1 super chat tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll go back to the dog bone. I would like to clean up all of that loose silicone on the outside of it. It's going to leak anyway.
Hang on a second. I got it here. Tyler comes in with another drink. Yeah, I'm sure there's other drinks that are great, but I'm dieting, so I'm trying to keep it as low calorie, low carb as possible. Raheem says, I love the grape crush, and now I ordered strawberry. You know what? Order the orange too, because have you ever had an orange creamsicle or one of them orange push-ups off the ice cream truck to come around? They're like really creamy orange or strawberry. There's some candies come out, the orange creamsicles and the strawberry creamsicles. They look like white and red stripes or white and orange stripes, and it's just a really creamy, good taste. So you can do orange with the vanilla vodka. You can do strawberry with the vanilla vodka. You can do the grape with the vanilla vodka.
I don't believe Raheem drinks, but other people, yeah.
Well, he's ordering it. He ordered the grape
He likes
crush.
the drink. He likes
okay,
the
gotcha.
mix. I don't know. I may be wrong. I remember him saying something about not drinking.
Sue Ann says, Tyler, she would love a sex on the beach.
Just
What girl doesn't? That's also a vodka drink.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Man, I'm the worst one to talk to about drinks. It's been 43 years since I paid any attention at all.
Mandy Davies says, what's your favorite fish, Rich? Well, that would have to be the mighty arapaima, of course. Wow. I finished both them drinks by 7:30. To be fair, the one was only half full because I made that at like 4:30.
Well, I'm not going to smoke a blunt every time somebody says tanked. So I just have to settle for my vape.
Someone's talking to Reaper. Is Reaper here?
No,
I don't see him. I'm going way,
I
way
haven't
back.
seen him.
All right.
I haven't been watching down here a lot either.
Oh, I think he's calling you Reaper.
Oh,
This is Jerry, the Crypt Keeper.
right.
Reaper's dad.
Oh, I used to laugh about it when I was working. I was managing a convenience store for a while, and those damn alcoholic drinks that look like soda pop.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to double check. Does that contain alcohol? You know?
And my lifestyle says, I'm with you, Reaper. I don't know much about drinks, but it has been 10 years since I had my last Sky Blue vodka.
Congratulations, man. I know if that's for a reason.
Josh is on this new thing now where he's doing a, what's he putting in? He's making a slushy out of it. He got a slushy machine, and he's making a slushy drink with rum and, I don't know. Maybe he's making pina coladas or something like that. I don't know, but he loves it. He just absolutely loves it. So
Depth charge just super chat for $5 just so he could yell tanked.
Shauna says, I used to drink Malibu rum, pineapple juice, and Tampico tropical punch. I tell you what, I saw something on there. What's that stuff that tastes like coconut cream? It's
pina colada?
No.
No,
Um,
that's nasty taste.
Sheesh, I can't remember it. But I added that to a drink once, and it was thick white cream, and it made it taste so creamy. It was so good. It fit right into that Malibu and the pineapple
I
juice.
tell you, there's a lot of those flavors out there that without the alcohol, they just taste like crap. Because when you start drinking virgin drinks, like a virgin Bloody Mary or a virgin,
Yeah.
with no alcohol in them, they're not too bad, man. You can do pretty good Virgin Mary without no alcohol. But some of those drinks without the alcohol, there just ain't no drink there. I mean, yuck.
Rum chata, that's it.
Oh,
The creamy liqueur.
yeah, okay. I drink that Kahlua and mix it with tequila. Make a dirty mother.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Some of these names and some of these drinks is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to go out in public and order it. You know?
Well, you go into the bar and you say, I would like a Black Russian made with tequila.
All right.
No, you go in and order a dirty mother, and they know what you're talking about.
Harley says, oh my God, whip tank is the drinking word. Ketchup, son. Here you go.
I got another one. Everybody's yelling tanked on the shot. Well, keep it up.
This is from, all we see is the letter D.
Well, thanks, D. I can live with that. He's got a wrench and a star. Uh-oh.
Hang on a second. Dang, we're way back.
Woods World has just joined us.
Everybody giving them shit.
He says, hi, beautiful people. Let's get
Oh.
tanked.
I think that was Depth Charge that did that, $5.
Not deep. Depth Charge did the one before that, yelling tanked.
No, before it was DT Knox. That was our first one. Then the second one, though, we only see D.
Oh, yeah.
Someone here says, thanks, Depth Charge. They got crammed in, so it's only D.
Oh, okay. So that's the
Depth Charge.
same one?
Yeah.
Well, damn it. You get double shot. Whip's chasing you. He says $2. He says, let's get tanked.
Raheem says you were correct. He does not drink.
Damn, I actually pay attention once in a while. I'm not such a crotchety old horse anyway.
Oh, we got Hayden and Shauna both come up with rum chata. Before I looked it up. Okay.
Oh no, Steve, yes, that ain't gonna happen. Commenting on there's just certain things.
Oh, Skylar, I got a hold of her today because we got a box at the door, and it's a box of shelving. So I contacted my two sons. You guys order shelving? You know, it got sent here by accident. They're like, no. So I'm like, who else would want shelving? Skylar. Let me text her. So I texted her. I'm like, hey, did you order shelving? Something showed up here today. And she goes, oh yeah, I did order that. I'm sorry, blah blah blah, this and that. And she goes, can you just keep it aside for me, and I'll pick it up sometime? And I'd already started drinking. So I wrote back, sure, Pooh Bear, anything for you.
Oh.
He goes, ooh, what are you doing? So call me that.
Got the Chili's heel there, did you?
I said after that, I'm like,
okay. Got
okay.
a new nickname.
Okay, I won't call you Pooh Bear. It's okay, Buttercup. It's fine.
You're cold.
Now I'm going to call her a different fucking gooey
What
name
is
every
that
time I see
something
her.
she ordered way back when she had the beta sister?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, who paid for it?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. No, it's just not.
I'm sure she did.
It's none of my business anyhow.
Whips World put in $2. Says, hi, you beautiful people. Let's get tanked. I'm too fisted with you. Hit whip. They're both empty. Pretend they're toilet paper rolls.
How you like that, Whip? He had to give you personal attention.
We're gonna have to.
Raheem's trying to.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to kick Raheem one of these days. Like he
Oh,
put in
that worked out
1,
well.
2, 3,
Hey,
4, 5,
he's
6,
trying
7,
to tank
8, 9,
us.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41 tanks? Really, Raheem? You know what you're going to get? You're going to get all of us ignoring you and drink once. That's what you're going to get.
Never give an OCD man something he has to count.
I guess. Count them all out.
He's going to count them all. Want to keep him busy for a day? Give him a 5-pound sack of beans. Count them up, Bo. Or just take him to the fish room and have him start counting cichlids.
You can never count all them cichlids.
Oh God! Everybody says, "How many fish do you have?" I don't know, man. Start counting. You know, I couldn't even guess at how many cichlids.
Sue Ann says, Whip, I don't drink anymore either. But I don't drink any less either.
That's Sue Ann. Okay.
Prince Vino's here. Says, I toast to alcohol, the cause of and the solution to all of life's problems. Exactly. Wish I had a drink here. I'd drink to you.
Is that why you're called Prince Vino? You go play the blue guitarist on us? Bottle of wine.
Hayden said, Reem has me off my rocker. Gracie says, I had a drink one time in Cleveland at a bar called Octane. It was a slushy drink. They said one drink would knock me on my butt, but it was a creeper. Didn't remember how I got home. Off of one drink? Really? Wow. Oh my God. Shauna was one of those Jaeger girls. She said, I used to love Jaeger bombs. You know, I found out during when my kids were in their college years and they had all them college girls here, there'd always be one in the crowd that was a straight Jack Daniels girl or a Jaeger girl.
Whatever.
And oh my God, they caused the most problems. Hey, our surprise guest finally came. Hi, welcome. I forget which one of you called it, but one of you called it, said it was Josh when he was done painting.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Have
what
a
I just
seat.
did. I can't stay long.
It don't matter. Have a seat. There you go. Now you'll stay at least 30 seconds longer.
Covered in paint, and I probably have paint on this chair.
That's okay. I don't care.
That stuff is sticky and nasty and smelly.
But do you ever want to use anything else now?
If it wasn't so sticky, nasty, and smelly.
I'm talking finished product. That stuff dries so hard and
That's
so
pretty
good. It works really well. And with the metal tanks, we ain't got to worry about, swelling or moving wood or anything like that. With the wood tanks, we needed a paint that would like stretch, and rubberized.
You just never want anyone in the tank moving big rocks, setting them down, sliding them.
I hit that with a hammer and couldn't chip it off of that stand for the dog bone. I tried chipping it off the corner because you were going to touch up the stand the next day. I went there with the hammer trying to bust off a piece, and it did not bust.
The guys in the pond moving on rocks, dropped them on it, it did chip off. I fixed it.
Okay.
And even that ratchet strap with the tank, having it around it, that was a lot of force. It took it off, but I fixed those spots too. But it's
Did you get underneath the front window that Slacker didn't get yesterday? He said he went back and looked and he missed some. I'm like, man, do you know how much I strained and stressed on you? How that needed to be covered?
Yeah, I did two coats after.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. How's the family?
good.
That means update us.
Son's doing well. No complaints there. You guys know he came out of preemie, so he up and at him like nothing that ever happened. He's growing an ungodly amount.
Yeah.
Laura's doing good, so
Oh, she is a big sister.
good.
I saw her holding the baby and it just melted my heart. She was just holding
The
it.
problem we have now is she goes up and she'll go and pick him up while we're not around, so we got
Oh,
to keep an eye.
no, you can do that. That's my baby doll.
Yeah, I got air conditioning installed in the house.
Wait,
finally.
Promise me one thing. You're not going to let a Laura dress JJ in little dresses and stuff. Okay.
Try my best.
All right. Now, so you got the new air conditioning in it. How is it?
It's wonderful.
It making a big difference?
And my house is ice cold now. Yeah,
Okay. Is the guy going to come over here and look at my air conditioning?
I certainly can have them. Yeah.
Yes. We need him to look because there's something wrong with it. I've got 3 internal. I bought 2 for $700, borrowed 1 off Richie, running constantly, and it still won't bring it below. When it's 96 outside, it won't bring it below 76 in the house. And, I try and keep Tracy at like 71, 72, where she's comfortable. At 76, she's sitting there and hair's sweating, So she's not that comfortable. And then the nurse is working, so the nurse is hot. I bought Latrice one of them things that you clip it to your side of your pants, and then you clip your t-shirt to it, you turn the fan on, it blows air up in your t-shirt, comes out up here and stuff. She put that on today. She's like, oh.
That's good.
I mean, it's only $7, but I bought one for me and I love it. So I bought another one for me so I can double backpack it. I got 2 on my back, and I bought one for her.
If one's good, take 2.
Right. That was my problems when I got introduced to drugs.
I know. I think that's everybody's problem when they get introduced to drugs.
So you like the new air conditioner, huh? What does your wife say about it?
He's not happy as can be. I mean, his basement's done. Yeah, he's done. Now I hate the whole upstairs, so I'm gonna start remodeling up there. I already did the breezeway, not touching the kitchen. So the living room, the
What does the living room got to be redone? There's nothing in there that you can redo. It's
I
nice.
hate the color. Redid the color.
Oh, just paint?
New baseboard. Because now that I rip out the old boat weather system, you've got a whole run that's not trimmed in and
Gotcha.
baseboard.
So you got to fix it anyway. Might as well change the color.
Mm.
What color you think I'm going with?
I think it's black.
No.
Black trim with white walls.
Want some zebra carpet to go with that?
I think I'm doing black marble floors in the bathrooms.
Well, you did an amazing job in here. with your bedroom.
I just got the new black lacquer table and curio
Yeah.
cabinet, so it looks nice in there. All the trim's black, so it's like the trim in there is wood now. It looks like hell. It's either I do white baseboards or I do black.
Or you change all your furniture to match your wooden living room.
I hate the wood. I wish the kitchen was not so impregnated with wood.
Wood.
Change it out. But it's like that's a.
You're more of a modern, you know, type style with the white cabinets and the black floors. I get that, but the wood, your kitchen looks really nice. It looks expensive.
Kitchen's going to stay. I just don't know how I'm going to do the transition from old to new, because it's a
You have a doorway.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the magic doorway. Here's what we'd like. Oh, this room's a different room. Step into room B.
Yeah, but if you have black or white or blue on this side and wood on this side, the whole doorway is wrapped in wood. Where do you stop the paint? Do you paint the trim on just this side?
Just this side. Leave the
wood.
sectional wood, the part you see in the doorway, and that side, and just on this side, trim is matching this room.
It's gonna look so bad. I'm thinking about just ripping out the
Or
refrigerator.
paint
one cabinet.
Listen, paint the part that you can see all the way in the thing, not the inside or the outside. This room here will match this room. This side here will match this room. Paint in between a neutral color between the two rooms.
Rip out the fridge and one standing cabinet, and I paint half of the kitchen that's not all cabinets and granite and stuff. Paint that same color. And then new backsplash.
Your kitchen is wood, and that color of your granite countertops is like a woodish color, and you know it's beautiful. Leave it alone.
Do new backsplash too. I hate it.
Really? It all matches so well in there.
I like the cabinets and the counters. That's it.
You're putting work in where you don't need work.
That's for last. All right. Well, I gotta get out of here.
Make me good for you, though.
Yeah.
It's gotta always honor Dad's wishes. I was looking up just to let you know. I was looking at life insurance today, so I leave you kids something with that, other than my houses. And I got an offer from AAA, and I started looking up into it, and it was only like $70 a month for like $300,000 coverage. You know, so now you feel like getting Dad a drink a little bit more. Oh, this talk has just been going and going and going.
Sue Ann just called in $10. How are the babies and family doing, Josh? I think he just got.
We just answered that, yeah.
But I hear on this is behind what we just talked.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Everyone's saying, "Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh."
Doobie said he totally missed the live stream.
Yeah.
We've got 5 more minutes, man.
Grandma Biggie's here. Says, love seeing your son on here.
All right, guys.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
I will catch you the next time. Maybe he'll start getting this OBS set up to where we can come on as a digital guest.
We got to do that during the week, yeah. Or you can sit at your house and have your family on, and you can be a guest on our show. Hell yeah.
All right, guys. I will catch you all. Take care. See you next time.
See you, Josh. Love you.
Hello, Josh. We got everybody saying bye, Josh.
Aggressive fish lover says the king has
Yeah,
returned
yeah,
to claim
yeah.
his throne. The prince has returned to claim his little throne because the king's sitting right here. Grandma Biggie says, can't wait to visit again. We had a good time when you were here. Tracy says, I hate all these ads. Well, you know what? We barely get any, super chat, so I had to turn the ads back on.
Yeah. Trouble is, if we mention that we barely get any super chats, and the only ones who.
Well, I don't want to sit here and beg people for money. You know?
I know it, but
So
when we mention it,
I'd rather
then
just
they
do the
That's
ads.
the problem.
You know? Shauna says, Josh, did you just get done putting another coat on the tank? Yes, the third coat. So tomorrow we'll be able to start. Actually, tomorrow night, it's what, 8 o'clock now? Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So he won't be here. So the day after, we can start putting the windows in. I'll start getting the supplies together and the jacks and all that stuff and get things set up. We've got the glass here, so no big deal. Whip says, well, sit back and have a drink and relax for a while, Bobby. You deserve it. I'm pretty sure he's met Joshy.
Yeah,
Somehow his voice to text wrote Bobby.
there might be something between Whip and Josh.
Unless he's talking about, you know, King of the Hill and he thinks, you know, I'm Hank Hill and, you know, little Joshy's Bobby. But Bobby was incapable of doing anything. Josh is capable of doing anything.
And Whip's capable of making that kind of connection too. Oh,
David Smith says, asked the question earlier. I didn't see it, but maybe it's best for Josh. Beyond breeding stingrays, any other breeding plans? You certainly have enough rare fish to make an impact, but do you have the time? Now, we see the problem is certain fish come in. Like, that's why we don't have piranhas. We have to have a tank just for them, you know? And we've got enough fish out there that we're keeping that are just for them. That we can't do, you know, every fish like that. So we can't do breeding programs because a lot of fish, when they breed, they'll kill everything else in the tank, you know? So yeah, it just don't work out for us. But the one thing I always did do before I started the rescue is I used to have breeder stingrays back at my other house. And I'd have, you know, 20, 18 babies at a time. And I was selling back then $1,000 a piece. And that's how I made all my mad money. You know, I got to buy toys with it. You know, that's how I got the jet skis. I sold 14 babies. I went and bought jet skis for $14,000. And you know, it was a good time back then. So that's why we started up again here. But you know, this past 4 years was because we can't just go out and spend 70 grand on a bunch of stingrays. So we've been keeping the best of the best, and then having the babies, the best of the best babies grow up and grow out so we can have them as breeders and stuff like that. And we've got some very, very high quality black diamonds out there. The problem is so many people are selling mutt black diamond babies mixed with, you know, pearls or you know, whatever, and they're selling them for $500-600 a piece. So how do you get $1,000 for each baby? So we're having to sell our babies for, you know, $600, $700, $800 to keep up with the amount of other people having mutt black diamonds out there. Unless you got somebody really chasing the bloodlines and you have the perfect quality breeders, then you can sell them like that. But you know, everybody we talk to, oh well, I saw black diamonds for sale for $600. Why are yours $800? You know, oh my God.
get what you pay for.
Yeah.
The other problem is it not only takes the one tank for the fish to breed in, but it takes 2 or 3 tanks to raise the babies, home them, rehome them. There's a whole nother headache there. And with most fish just not right, you know, like to rehome them as pairs, but that doesn't always happen either.
Did you get this one?
Yeah.
Sue Ann with the $10. Thank you. Josh, how are the babies and the family doing? Gotcha. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sue Ann.
She asked that just after, you know, I mean, there's that much delay. But Josh had just got through saying,
Sue Ann says, Rich
Yeah.
just got a refill. It's not over.
that's obvious, huh?
Am I that?
It's 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Why is this so dark?
I don't know. It just went dark.
Unplug it, plug it back in. Now it's nothing. There it goes.
There it goes.
And it's dark again.
I don't know, maybe years ago.
I'll fix it after the show. How does Sue Ann know me so well? Shauna says, I haven't had any ads.
Mandy Davies.
Jeff Charge says, no ads here. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting on you.
You go.
Oh, Mandy Davies asked if I drink alcohol, and no, I do not. As a
He
general,
don't touch my alcohol. I don't touch his weed.
we are fair about that.
Jeff Charge says, no ads here. Harley Gem says, hey, I got no ads. Maybe because I'm a mod. Probably not.
The only way to get out from under the ads is to either pay a premium to the
YouTube?
distributor or get us to close the ads by posting more super chats.
Carl M says, hi, I'm from England. I just finished work again at 12:30 a.m. Wow, it's what, 8 o'clock here, 8 p.m. at night. So England is what, 4.5 hours ahead of us?
Oh, I am not even going to try to figure that one out. Not
It's already
really
figured
good.
out. I just stated it.
Okay, good. I don't know.
He said England, he's from England, and he just got off work at 12:30. It's 8 o'clock here, 4.5 hours difference.
I'm not going to check it to be sure that that's the time. Bonk.
Joanne says, my babies are my 2 cats now. As the kids have all left home, my cat had been asleep with me the whole live stream. You know, I'm not really a cat person because of what happened to me in Cleveland. But I tell you what, when I got that cat for Tracy, that Maine Coon cat
Yeah.
that I ended up letting Skylar take, that cat's, he's just majestic.
I'm sorry. Skyler ruined that cat for anybody else.
Why is that?
Well, it's only attached to her now.
Well, she does dote on it. So
Yeah, well,
that was the reason I gave it to her, because
yeah.
no one can take care of this cat the way you do.
No,
That cat was her
that
baby.
cat's not going to let anybody else take care of it anymore.
Carl says, I'm so glad the tanks are on the move. Yeah, boy. Well, thank you, Carl. It's been a long, hard, you know, not to mention, okay, we could have got it done a lot sooner if that was our first job, our only job. But saying that we just got done painting all 3 tanks and then the coating failed and we have to take it apart. So we did the 4,000 gallon tank first and took it all off of there and then got it repainted. And now we're petered out. We don't really want to do this to the 3,000 gallon tank now. You know, it's just like, you know, we're doing something against our will. We don't feel like doing it. I don't, you know, we're walking to work like, I don't want to do this, you know. It's just, your heart's not with it no more. It's just gone. So, but we got past the point. Now we're back on track, you know.
You know, the one thing that makes us live with it with a smile is when we stop and think of how bad it could have been if we'd have got the glass in.
Yeah.
And had to strip them down after the glass was in. Oh my goodness. Well, there was a method to the madness of using the sump first. But the sump rusted out and we're going, oh my goodness. Ah. What the hell is that?
Carl says, Rich, you made me laugh so much when you said Reaper broke the lights in the trailer like 7 times. You should name the next trailer Reaper. Well, you know, I just got to give a little hints out there, you know.
It'd be nice to just name it Reaper Proof.
I don't want to buy another set of these magnetic, you know, lights, Reaper. You know, I told them when I bought these, it's at $25. You know, I'm buying this last set. If you guys break them from this point on, I am not buying another pair. You can drive the trailer with no trailer lights. I don't care.
And you pay the ticket.
Right. So. Okay, Carl says I'm from Wolverhampton, England, and it's now 1 o'clock. Doompy says Saturday, 2 o'clock in the Netherlands right now. Wow. Ross Dingle says 9:30 here, a.m. Wow, you're watching Say Fishy Friday on Saturday morning. Joanna Nella says it's 10:05 Saturday morning in Australia. Wow.
Well, they got the
This just
international
blows
date.
me away.
The date line runs right through London, so the Rose line.
Manny Davis says, when you do fish rescue, how long do you keep them in quarantine, Rich? Usually 3 to 4 weeks. We do a week of parasitic medication, a week of bacterial medication, and a week of, what's the other one, Jerry?
I'm sorry, I was reading.
Parasitic, bacterial, and
Biological.
no,
Uh,
parasitic, bacterial. I got parasitic and bacterial. There's something else. Fungal medication. And then once they pass through all those medications, then we can either put them in our system or give them out.
I think we're getting tanked here for people who can't even get fungal into them.
I forgot the word fungal completely. Yeah. So did you. You don't drink.
The way he boom jabs things, I don't think he's going to miss that word very often. Fungal. India's Independence Day. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I see. Take.
Yeah, it's also between the fish screaming for food and my bladder screaming at me. I'm going to have to excuse myself anyway. It's after 8 o'clock.
Sue Ann says it's after hours.
Yeah, it's after hours.
Well, why don't you go out there and grab my guitar and bring it in here, and I'll just keep him entertained. Look at that look on his face. I ain't carrying shit.
That's about it. You got the look perfect. I mean, the man can read my mind on that one. I have trouble, but man, sometimes I get physically to the point where I can't even pick myself up. I go from here to the kitchen, sit down for a few minutes, go from there out to the fish room, sit out for a minute, and then go out to the deck.
I just call him a slacker.
I pay my dues.
How many breaks you need to get to the back deck, Jerry?
As many as it takes.
Many as it takes.
Especially when I
Doopy says, what was the drinking word today? It was tank. That's why we're all soused. Sue Ann says, play some Ozzy. Actually, I did play Ozzy. I played Crazy Train. Everybody loves Crazy Train.
Oh, yeah.
I played Over the Mountain. And then, what was the other one we played by Ozzy? I always wanted to play Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, because I love that breakdown in there. Dun, 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 dun. And then Ozzy comes in with that high voice. That is so amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's beautiful.
But we never played that. We played Over the Mountain, Crazy Train, and shit. I'm trying to read my song list in my mind. There's like 300 songs on that list I used to play, you know?
Yeah, I used to be in the keyword. I mean, I don't know. I haven't listened to you that play all that much. But I know when I sit down and play, every once in a while, my fingers will go, wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
I remember
used to play that a little bit.
You sat at the kitchen table and you were amazed when I played Metal Church, Metal Church.
Oh, yeah. That came out slick. And you were disgusted with it.
Well, because I couldn't remember it and I had to play it like, you know, the beginning like 3 times. So, oh, yeah, okay. And I finally got it.
Yeah.
And then I cranked up the song and I cranked up the volume and started playing along with it. And you were like, oh.
Well, good, man. Credit where credit's due. I sit down with my guitar and I lose interest so fast because I'm not playing my 12 string.
Yeah.
I want that lady in my lap, man. Damn it.
Harley Gem says Paranoid. Well, yes, that was an Ozzy song, but it was basically Black Sabbath. We did play Paranoid. There was a third one, so that one was definitely in there. There was 3 songs from Black Sabbath we played. Shit, I can't remember them either. Then we did Judas Priest songs. 3 of them: Living After Midnight, Breaking the Law, and what was the third one? I don't know. It's been so long ago.
Mr. Crowley.
You know, I never really liked that song because it wasn't rock and roll to me. Rock and roll got you, and hyped up.
Well, My Time Coming Home wasn't rock and roll.
Mr. Crowley and Mama, I didn't really get into until Ozzy played that last, concert, and like a week later he died. I mean, you watch Mama, I'm Coming Home when he's up there, and you can see it. You know it. Yeah. You know he was ready to go,
Yeah, well, I think originally, Tracy and her gaggle, $2 wants you to play them some tunes. I'm afraid it'd be more than that. And Bob Taylor says, play that funky music, white boy.
We actually did that song. We had to have a lot of songs that were on the radio at the time, so girls could dance to and stuff, and play that funky music the girls dance to big time. So we did play that one. That was one of our in our repertoire, because we played an hour of classic rock, an hour of heavy metal, an hour of our originals, and then an hour of stuff on the charts which people could dance to. So we never opened for other bands. We always headlined, and we had to have all 4 hours. And that was great because we could take our originals, and if we get done with an original and people are like, we scrap that one. The ones are like, yeah, we're gonna keep that one. That one rocked, And that's how we got our originals all together. Everybody loved them.
Man.
Yeah, got to.
Otherwise, nothing.
Well, thank you, Bob and Gracie. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was sweet. I was invited to sit down at a spirit drum one time, and it was a fun drum. Not definitely ceremonial, not medicine, It's a big drum, and there's men sitting around it. This is native drum circle type. Everybody's sitting around the big drum. And the guy, the leader of the drum circle, starts play that funky music, white boy.
In the Indian situation?
With the native drum. And we did it Indian style with 4 rounds and 4, with beat and everything else. Play that funky music, white boy.
You guys.
Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, we did with the little kids. We'd have the little boys, everybody come up around the drum and give them all a beater. And then we played SpongeBob.
You gave the kids beer?
The beater is the stick to beat the drum with.
I said beer. Don't beat me with the beater.
To have the kids when we're doing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, yeah.
With a Native American beat and rhythm. And with the kids, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we did something like that because everybody's got their little gimmick song.
Yeah.
We took. Do you guys remember what was it? The something bananas. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana more.
Oh my God.
Beagle, Beagle, Drooper, and more. La 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 la.
Oh yeah, that's
we meddled that out. So when we come back from break,
I have to hear that one because that was shit music. I mean, we had those purple stuff.
Right up there with the monkeys.
Those stuffed dinosaurs or something. I mean, turn the music off, turn the whole program off. That music was enough to kill everything.
Oh my God, there was Mickey and Davy, and they were great.
You must have had to watch
the something
with your
bananas,
kids.
the banana something shit.
Mean,
let me look here. Maybe they're saying it.
Yeah, really.
All right, it'd be right. It'd be the next person. Somebody got to say it. The something, the banana something, the 3 banana splits. The banana. I can't remember.
Banana Splits was the name of that movie, of that program, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I just remember we took that song and we rocked it out, and we did it as a parody, as a fun thing to do.
Sure.
So when we came back we took a half-hour break in between. We had 4 sets, so we do 2 sets, and then we take a half-hour break, and we're drinking with the crowd and stuff, and then we come back and we start up with that, you know, and everyone's just laughing and just great. It was a great
What
thing.
was that one you were talking about earlier? You wanted to do a rock and roll parody of
What's that?
a song. I don't know. It was just earlier when we were sitting here before we started up.
Banana Splits. That was it.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Banana Splits.
It just didn't click until I saw it. That's the Banana Splits.
Yeah, you don't listen to nothing I say.
Shut your mouth, old man. It was the Banana Splits. Yeah.
No, they were talking about putting together a Weird Al type song.
We were talking about doing a Tracy intro and doing a
Weird
parody.
Al, yeah, Weird Al.
In Weird Al style. Yeah. YouTube. Here. Banana.
Them trying to say shit, I'm old. Sue Ann says Beetlejuice.
This is their theme song.
It's not the age, it's the mile age. God, kill it. I'm gonna shoot your phone.
Here we go.
I don't have nothing to do.
Banana, 3 banana more. The banana buggies go.
It's gonna be dark.
I was a little kid. I love this. La 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 la.
The 6
1 banana,
salmon.
2 banana, 3 banana
The
more.
6 salmon.
We turned it all metal and rocked it out, and everybody loved it.
It looks more like a salmon than a shark.
Mandy Davies says, Rich, have you met any famous celebrities?
A few.
Well, there's, if you consider Greg Woodstock a celebrity,
Sorry.
well, if you ask him, he's a celebrity for sure.
If you ask him, yeah.
No, I was at Shaq's house and talked to Shaq, and he pulled my hair and he whooped my son. And then the rest of them are just, famous YouTubers.
Just run into him.
I got Brett from the show Tanked. Wade and Brett, remember them? Wade was the bigger guy. Brett was the smaller, bald guy. I've ate dinner with him, and he's supposed to come out here, and he hasn't showed up yet, but I've been to like 4 or 5 shows with him. I've got his phone number, actually.
I don't think he wants to see what we're doing with his tanks.
He knows I've got 4 of the tanks.
Yeah.
Brett Raymer, that was it. I mean, I've got his phone number. I got Shaq's number. There was a guy off of the Tiger King, Doc Ensel. He sent us a message when Tracy went down. I don't really personally know him, but he sent us a message.
I guess it depends on what you call a celeb.
Oh, Josh is on here. Oh, no, Reaper's on here. OFR behind the scenes.
Yeah, he knows me as well.
Nah, he don't know Reaper.
Yeah, you and Reaper fight that one out. Meanwhile, I have to excuse myself for a minute.
But see, I know Reaper. Reaper's a celebrity. I know him. I've been to his house.
I don't know, man. I don't count you guys on my celebrity list. They're trying to turn me into one up here.
Sue Ann says, Reaper's trolling. Tyler Kerr says, OFR behind the scenes, is that Reaper? Yes, that is Reaper. And for all you guys, I get messages calling him Reaper, Reaper like R-E-E-P-E-R or R-E-E-F-E-R. It is actually Reaper as in the Grim Reaper. Okay? That was his online name when I met him playing video games 30 years ago. Tyler says it's a party now, Reaper. Jerry and Rich, all are missing is Josh. No, it's a party because Josh ain't here. He'd shut us down. Dad, you're too drunk. Get off the air. We need Tracy in here. That's what we need. She's so adorable. All right. Hey, Reaper, we got the trailer back, so it's all fixed. It no longer has a side gate. It has a bar, an angle iron welded on there with the center support, and all the other spots on the trailer have been welded up. So he brought it back. So the trailer's up for sale now. I'm buying one more pair of magnetic trailer lights, Reaper, and you're not allowed to use them. It's for sale with the trailer, okay?
Are you telling him somebody suggested we name the new trailer Reaper?
No, I didn't. You know what? George Camage says, I hope the drinking word is slacker. That's going to be next week's Friday's slacker.
It came close.
Yeah. It's going to be next week's drinking word is slacker.
Tanks was just more dangerous. Tanked everybody.
Reaper says, sounds good. Need it Sunday. What's going on Sunday? You have a rescue on Wednesday. What's going on Sunday? I'm out of the loop here now that you and Josh talk.
I think he was
kind of pisses me off.
his brothers. He wanted to borrow it to move some of his brothers.
Oh, gotcha.
You just don't remember. Yeah, now you remember the conversation.
OFR says it's Andy, or Reaper says, is Andy going to be around Sunday? Yes, sir.
That's the plan so far.
Sonny G says, howdy, Rich and Jerry. What's up, Sonny? Oh, I'm getting actually sore sitting here so long.
Actually, just getting our way out of here.
You've been trying to stay the clock. It's 8:24 now.
I ain't been trying real hard.
There's something with this thing.
I took care of me. I still got to go take care of the fish. I had a tour last night.
Ooh, look at that. Change
Oh,
colors.
That's good.
That works for me.
The
I can see
tour
it now.
didn't even get here until 8 o'clock. And usually I'm putting it back for about 10:30.
Oh, Reaper's going to Erie, PA, getting that 240. Okay. Yeah, I can go ahead and
Sunday?
volunteer, Andy. He's been voluntold. I will tell him.
Sunday?
It's Sunday. Tomorrow.
Day
Monday,
after
Friday. Damn, tomorrow.
tomorrow. Oh. Fishy Saturday.
Out of gas should be the OFR van plate. Reaper, you're lucky they all love you because they rag on you so much. Depth charge laughing. Oh, do you guys remember little Hayden that was working here? Man, I am so impressed with that kid. He is such a hard worker. He done so much to help us out. Plus, I asked him, I'm like, okay, how come you didn't just, oh, Reaper says, screw you guys. I'm like, how come you didn't just come do your hours straight and get them done with? He goes, well, because I work 2 jobs. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I'm a manager at Subway at the airport. I'm like, you are not. And he showed me pictures. He is the manager of Subway at the airport. And he told me, come down there. He'll give you free sandwiches and shit. I'm like, are you serious? And then he works another job. And I'm like, why are you working 2 jobs? You saving up for a car or something? He goes, no. My little brothers need to be in daycare, and I can't afford to pay the thing, so I'm paying for it. I'm like, how old are you? You're 18? Are you serious? You're paying for your younger kids' daycare?
Yeah, it's good.
I am so impressed with that kid. He was such a good worker, and he's paying for his younger siblings' daycare. That kills me. Good kid.
Yeah, you just gotta stop bitch slapping people on the sidewalk and stop getting community service.
Right. Well, you know, every once in a while, you just need to bitch slap somebody.
Yeah, I know, man. It's
You might not be thinking right at the time, but you just need to do it, you know? And the officers should just understand. They don't.
somebody said the other day, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And I says, I'm a fighting lover.
So it says that would be a badass plate. The OFR rescue band having out of gas as the plate.
Yeah. Especially if the trailer says Reaper. Because then you're pulling up behind it and it says Reaper out of gas.
Depth chart says, how's Chomper's doing? He's doing great. I know we keep moving his cage because he keeps eating all the grass. And then we move his cage and he eats that. Plus, we're giving him the pellets every day. Plus, any leftovers from dinners and stuff. You know, we give him fruits and veggies and stuff like that. And like, if I'm walking through the grocery store, I'll buy him a watermelon just for Chompers.
You're not going to stop him from being a lawnmower. I don't think you can feed him enough to stop him from being a lawnmower.
Andy Davis says, how do you look after the pond outside in the winter when it comes? We don't worry about it at all. The pond covers over in ice. I have the pumps running, so water's coming back in, and it leaves an opening around the water splashing back in, and then it leaves an opening around the water that goes to the overflow. So it doesn't seal the whole top. Gases can't escape, and the fish just go dormant.
So far, we haven't had any trouble with the paddlefish.
We had one paddlefish die that got sucked into the overflow
Yeah,
before we put the cage
But
on the front of the
as
overflow.
far as eating,
Right.
yeah, there seems to be enough. I mean, their system slows way down. They don't go into torpor like koi do.
Gracie
They eat very lightly, but they still have to eat.
Gracie says Chompers is a free lawn mowing service. No, Chompers is a free get rid of any signs of any grass, whatever, leave barren land behind.
Yeah.
He's digging in the dirt to get the last little bite of grass. There's no grass where we leave him. It's all brown. It looks like.
Hey, if you could program him, he'd be a great mowing service.
Right.
But he's going to eat everything he wants to until the ground's bare, and then he'll move and eat everything until the ground's bare.
Depth chart says turtles can eat. Those two Vietnamese pond turtles we got from y'all eat like pigs. Yeah, they're nonstop. They're like plecos. They eat and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that tortoise Chompers leaves piles of shit. Piles.
Oh, jeez.
But when we mow the yard and we weed eat, we grab a bunch of the weeds and throw it in there for him so he gets extras, you know, that way.
Yeah, we just make sure he doesn't get any nightshade or,
Right.
you know, burdock.
All the dandelions he can eat summertime, you know,
Oh,
that
he
kind of
loves
stuff.
thistle.
Really?
King thistles, yeah.
Huh.
Them and grapevines. Grapevines, he was big.
I thought his favorite was the dandelions.
Oh, the dandelions are good too, but you know, there's just certain things you can't feed him. He'll eat anything else. Jerry's not getting tired.
Jerry
Yeah,
was
bro.
born tired. Jerry was tired ever since he'd been 90. And he'd been 90 like 30 years now.
I don't even want to try to estimate how much energy between the bleeding and
And how much I drain his
not
energy.
eating, not getting the nutrition I need.
You eat more than any human I know.
My body is eating itself because I'm not getting enough to replace the muscle because I can't exercise enough to put muscle on. And my body does not put on fat weight.
All I know is you eat more than anybody I know.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
not going to argue with you about it.
Dude, you eat and then I cook something, then you eat that, and then, you know, someone else cooks something, you eat that. Then you're sitting there on the phone. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, trying to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. You're always, you're 100% food all day, every day.
That's because I have to eat all the time. But there are
Tracy
times,
said that sounds like a thyroid
hey,
problem.
there are times when all I have to eat all day long is a bowl of cold cereal. My teeth won't let me eat either. That's wrong.
I
But
mean, your
that's
tooth.
that's self-inflicted injuries. And they need to be fixed. I know it. I need to hear about it.
Well, as far as the diet going and all that stuff, I've stayed at 300 for over a week now, and I'm getting ready to go. See, it's hard for me to stay on a diet when people are here, and we've got Brooke, Holly, and Andy staying here. So I'm always worried about cooking and feeding, and then they cook, and then like the other day, I made a bunch of macaroni and cheese with hot dogs, and I cut the macaroni and cheese thing in half, and I made half of it was tuna hell casserole, and then the other half was mac and cheese with hot dogs. So I made that for them, but I ended up eating some of it and ruining my diet. And it takes 3 days to get back onto ketosis. So I just got to eat meat and in very small amounts and 3 times a day, and then I have to fast for 16 hours from like 3 o'clock at night all the way through to the morning again. My problem is when I get done with the work and I'm done at nighttime, I want to eat. I want to sit back and go, and then go to sleep, That was my habit for years is I'd only eat one meal a day, and it was a big meal, and it was right before I went to bed. All day long, I wouldn't eat. I'd working my ass off, doing all kinds of stuff. Then I'd come in, it's time to eat. And then I'd eat like it's Thanksgiving meal until I'm, and then I'd go to sleep. Well, that's what made me gain all this weight. So now I'm trying to eat very small portions, 8 o'clock, noon, 3 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever, something like that. And then don't eat nothing else. And I have to actually starve the rest of the night because when I'm starving, my belly's hungry. All I can think about is what kind of food I can make, what I can order. I got money in the bank. I can order food, and it's hard to fight myself and not do it.
Yeah, wipe out some of my savings. Yeah, finally figured out I had a new toy to play with and ordered DoorDash.
Right. Jerry got released on the DoorDash. Big mistake. He started ordering things that he ain't had in years, and this sounds good. And he'd order that. After about 2 months, you're like, man, my bank account can't handle this DoorDash bullshit. I was like, I told you.
Oh man, but a big old plate full of chili verde and fresh corn tortillas. It's worth it.
Jenny is housebound and bored. Sounds like he's grazing. That's quite healthy as long as he's getting the proper vitamins and nutrients he needs. I honestly drink and ensure on days I know I can't meet my caloric intake due to meds. See, I gave Jerry boxes of the Tracy food when we switched suppliers. We had 2 people kept on giving us this stuff, and we had 12 cases extra. So I told Jerry, drink as much as he wants. They're vanilla flavored, but
I went and bought a great big bottle of Hershey Silver, but that didn't help a bit.
Hershey syrup.
Hershey syrup.
Shit.
I think I'm getting tagged. Let's suck it on his face. Never had myself a good one.
Jenny says, I'm also on the most effective diet known to man. Poverty.
That helps a lot, boy. I put a content in mind.
Well, Jenny, if you're that broke, there's always a room open here, and all you gotta do is watch Tracy or clean house. You got free rent, and that'll help out your poverty situation. But you're gonna have to deal with this cantankerous old man. He gets kind of mean sometimes. Like if you touch his food, oh God, I know better. I won't do it. But Brooke did, and she's trying to serve him a plate. He's like, get your damn hands off my food. I'm just like,
That
oh
was-
my goodness, you
that
touched
was
his food?
fun.
I knew better. I watched it happen. I'm like, oh no, oh no.
She folded up a burrito for me like she was folding a damn diaper.
The way you describe things and the pictures in my mind, I'm thinking this burrito in a diaper. A heavy diaper, here you go.
Yeah,
Sue Ann says, Jerry is a gentleman. Well, he's got you fooled, don't he?
right. I think that's because I chose her sausage and gravy over yours that day.
Probably.
And you just put a little too much sugar in yours.
I didn't put no sugar in mine.
Maple.
Oh, yeah, I did add maple
Yeah.
syrup. Yeah.
Yeah, that
A little touch of maple syrup to the sausage gravy. Numb.
yeah, that goes a long ways. It's like adding that brown sugar to the hamburger.
Yeah.
Yuck! I want to taste my meat.
It wasn't hamburger. It was the brisket burger.
No, it wasn't the brisket burger. It was those hamburgers we were cooking. The raw hamburger.
I never added brown sugar to hamburger. Ever.
No, you don't. The guy which Reaper bought those hamburgers from, the brisket.
Yeah, the brisket burgers.
Yeah,
He adds
the
brown
ones
sugar
that
in
we
there.
had to cook. Yeah, yeah.
He adds brown sugar in his mix. Yeah.
Ugh. I'm not much for sweet meat anyway. But, there's mincemeat pies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's better ways to preserve food than that, as far as I'm concerned.
What's that stuff? It's in our refrigerator now. I think Brooke bought it. Like Braunschweiger or
Oh, did she buy some Mozzarella?
it's a round loaf
Yeah.
and
It's a
you
tube.
cut up a
and
tube.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Braunschweiger?
Yeah. Liver sausage,
Liver sausage?
basically. Yeah.
I think that's in the fridge now.
Oh.
Ask her about it.
Do we still got some sweet onions?
Oh, are you going to be nice to Brooke now?
No, I'm not going to be
No?
nice to Brooke, but I'm going to eat her burger.
He ain't going to touch her food unless you ask her.
No, man. Braunschweiger sandwich with Miracle Whip and fresh
Sweet
sweet
onions.
onions.
Yeah.
Ah.
So back to Sue Ann's question. Jerry is a gentleman. No, he's not. He just said, I'm going to go eat her food.
Bob Taylor just agreed with her. For sure. You guys are making it worth it for me to stick around for the late part, man. It's not what I take off early.
Right. You have the fun part in the after hours party.
Death charge. Braunschweiger is liver and guts and all kinds of nasty stuff.
Yeah, see, no.
And it is delicious.
No. Disgusting. Yes. You
Oh,
spelled that wrong. It's not
Braun-
delicious. It's
Braunschweiger
disgusting.
is okay. Here's Braunschweiger in the middle, right above Spam. And then there's liver sausage,
Yeah.
the pate style.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about moose liver, but the
Pate. Still the same
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah.
God! I just spread that stuff on like butter. Put a layer of paddlefish eggs on top of it.
Oh, yuck. Ouch. Oh, I am so sore from sitting here for so. This is almost 3 hours I'm sitting here. So Ann says he is gentle and he is a man. Rest left unsaid.
Well, you're going to get me in trouble with depth charge now, damn it.
Sounds like
I
she's
thought
ready to
you-
leave depth
I
charge
thought
for
we
you.
were a secret.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So Ann, you
Depth charge.
already got his heart by being able to cook like you do. He's willing to marry you right now. He's like, depth charge who?
Depth charge says, I bet you like mush too. And yes, I very much do. Cornmeal mush, and the lumpier the better.
Okay.
No, that's good. That sweet texture in there. But I grew up with that kind of.
All right, so next week you guys are going to see Sue Ann move in with Jerry in the basement, and Depth Charge move in with me up here, and we're going to fucking run this show.
That's something I didn't want to visualize with you and Jeff Charge together.
No, not together. I mean, he'd have the room up here. Me and him would go, hey, we're going to go out and you know.
That's not what you said. Manny Davis wants to know what my favorite dessert is. Well, anything with blackberry.
Blueberry pie, triple blueberry pie.
No, not that.
Blackberry cobbler, yes.
No, blackberry cobbler. But the other one that I absolutely love and
Is that
can never
cheesecake from
get
that
my
restaurant?
hands on. Oh, that was good. But it's the Black Forest cake. It's I take that real like double dark chocolate cake with a creamy
Mix it with cherries or
frosting,
some shit.
and it's got a layer of sour cherry mix in the middle of it, and you get that sweet and sour. It's just heaven.
That?
Black Forest cake, yeah, with those cherries on it.
I thought you said dark. That looks like white frosting. Like
Well,
cream
it
cheese
depends
frosting.
on who makes it. I made the people that made it for me made it with chocolate frosting.
Okay, this says German dessert consisting of layers of chocolate sponge cake, whipped cream, and cherries often soaked in liqueur.
I'll go for that. I mean, that might be the restaurant definition. But
Morello
the
cherries.
one that my family made for me is more like a cross between German chocolate and if you take a German chocolate cake,
I love that with the coconut frosting.
yeah, and then take the sour cherries from the
Maybe some whipped cream.
with some whipped cream
No,
too.
not even whipped cream. How about let's go with what's that?
That whipped
Philadelphia
cream that you
whipped-
make,
cream
homemade
cheese.
whipped cream. that
Oh, the
you
homemade
make.
whipped cream is good.
That stuff is. Hey, my mouth is watering very badly, people.
You can't talk about food to Jerry because he starts getting his mouth watering. Now he'll run off and he'll be in the corner looking up DoorDash until he gets his fix. Do I know you? He's like, once my mouth tastes it, I have to have it.
I like good food. I don't know what Black Forest God is. What Rich just described was the restaurant version of it. I like it made like a German chocolate cake, but with a.
No, she didn't
cherry.
misspell it. It says right here, Black Forest Gâteau is a German dessert with its origin in Black Forest region,
Oh,
Germany. The name is believed to be derived from the region's traditional costume, which includes a black hat with red pom-poms resembling the cake's chocolate shavings and cherries. Black Forest Gâteau is a dessert worldwide enjoyed at cafes, restaurant, homes, favorite variations. While the core components remain the same, the variations, the recipes, such as using different types of cherries, adding other fruits, or using different types of chocolate. Some recipes include a cherry syrup and a chocolate ganache. Does that look more like your Black Forest cake?
Yeah. Other than I always use chocolate frosting on it.
Or that one right there?
Yeah, that's
Legit.
He's teasing me now. You know what really put a bitch on my diet is him going on a diet. Yeah, it's Black Forest.
Funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, when I go on my diet, Jerry gets pissed off. I stop cooking and I only eat just straight meat a couple times a day, and I don't touch nothing else.
I just walk down Rich's bitchin' kitchen.
Oh my God. Shauna, I love you. She says, I love pecan pie. That is my favorite pie.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's a
God.
good one.
I
My teeth won't let me eat it right now, but
yeah, I make my own homemade
he
pecan pies every
makes a
year,
great pecan pie.
and it's so good. I just love it.
And Richie competes with him, and they both make great pecan pie. They've got their own little tricks.
Gracie
Another
says her
thing that's
favorite
really
cake.
good is those applesauce cake with cream cheese frosting.
Never saw that.
It's really good.
Gracie says her favorite cake is red velvet with cream cheese. Now that's my kid's favorite cake, and I have to make that. See, I've got a cake board out there, and it's about 3 foot long by 2 foot, and I cover it with tinfoil, and I make 13 by 9 cakes. 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Now we've got 6 cakes all together, and I frosted the whole top. And like for 1 year, they're you know, my son Joshie was into Spider-Man, and then the next year my other son was into off-road trucks, going to the Monster Jam and stuff. So I made a whole track out of mud in the top of the frosting and a jump, and I bought him little cars and little Hot Wheels, not even Hot Wheels, they're bigger than that. They're about 6 inches long, monster trucks, and put them on the cake. So he got toys with this cake, you know. I used to always build their monster cakes, you know, and you know, it's the one was the red velvet cake with the cream cheese frosting. I mean, he just loved that
cake.
Yeah. But you know what? I didn't like the dryness of the red velvet. But
I don't either. That's not my preferred.
I tried the German chocolate cake with the cream cheese frosting. Oh my God, that was so good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You just get moisture cake or something.
Moisture cake, right?
Yeah. My ex used to make this blueberry coffee cake.
What was his name?
It was excellent.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
You know he's tanked already because he's pulling these old jokes out.
That works out every time.
He's pulling them out of his ass.
My girlfriend said this. Oh yeah, really? What's his name?
His mouth knows better. So he's got to be pulling them out of his ass.
My wife said I can't drink no more. Really? What's his name?
You're the only one laughing.
I'm the only one here that thinks it's funny. They're all laughing over there.
I don't hear you laughing. Come on. Feedback, people.
Yeah.
No, she made that coffee cake with, she started adding blackberries to it when she met me. Oh, that stuff's to die for.
I tell you what, them coffee cake with the frosting on
there's
it.
enough cream cheese and butter in there to kill a horse.
Right. And I used to take that. I don't drink coffee, but I used to take them coffee cakes, put them in a bowl, and add a little bit of milk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd eat them up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's good that way. I go to these big camp outs and take a couple of platters of that coffee cake. It was gone before anybody even got their tents.
All the fat people knew what to look out for.
Yeah. Oh, if I showed up without my coffee cake, I mean, this was an annual event. And this is about the 6th or 7th year we've been doing it. And if I didn't show up with my coffee cake, people were pissed.
You know what? After Tracy stopped or died and, you know, she came back, after all that, I pretty much stopped cooking. I used to cook all week long. That's all I did was cook.
Yeah.
But I had kids. I had 3 boys I raised. And Tracy, you know, I was always cooking. But after she went down, I pretty much gave up cooking and quit. And now I just bring up like, oh, I used to make this and I'll make it, you know. And, you know, people like it or whatever. I just don't cook no more. I just stopped.
Well, good cooking takes incentive.
Yeah.
You can't really put the special
The
ingredients.
love into it unless you got a
Yeah.
desire and a need for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my
just,
family was there. And that's what I did for my family. You know, I made it. I did this. And they loved it.
it's good cook.
You know, I made the greatest, what do you call it? Cream chicken and
Butter soup.
dumplings. Well, you stop it with that butter soup. I made
thought
the
you were
greatest
that
cream
bad
chicken
at
and biscuits and cream chicken and dumplings. I love that. You know, and then, you know, I used to make the kids always favorites. You know, we made a Juicy Lucy's where I take 2 hamburger patties and make them real thin and put them together with a big 1/4-inch chunk of Velveeta in between and make one patty, you know.
Y'all see what he's tormenting me because I stuck around instead of running out of here and going and grabbing myself a sandwich at 8 o'clock. As is my usual. But
In other words, every recipe I ever ran across, I made,
that here
and then I kicked it up a notch, like Emerald, you know, bam, we kicked it up a notch. We can add more of this, we can add more of that, you know. And you know what I just recently learned? because I'm on the carnivore diet type basically. I'm, all keto friendly, no carbs. So I try and eat very small amounts, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At 3 o'clock, I quit. I got 16 hours of not eating, and then that's it. So very small amounts of food. But I had to give up carbs for this diet. You know what? You can make bread. Now this is amazing. You guys got to check this out. You can make bread. Very simple. You take egg whites and you fluff them up in the mixer bowl until you get stiff peaks like you're making whipped cream. You take that and 1 cup of, there's a couple different varieties you can do, depending on the flavor you want. You can do 1 cup of cottage cheese, mix it up in the blender first, and it comes out to be like cream. You add that with your 1, or 3 eggs of egg whites, and you mix that up, and it comes to stiff peaks. You put that in a bread pan, you cook it. Or you do 1 cup of Greek yogurt with your 3 egg whites, and you mix that up, stiff peaks, put it in the oven, cook it. It makes bread that you can eat on a keto or a carnivore diet. 0 carbs. You can eat eggs. You can eat butter. You can eat, bacon, any kind of meat, chicken, steak, whatever. 0 carbs. And that's what I try to do. I keep it to 0 carbs because I take the diet and I kick it in its ass.
That's no bread. I'd rather eat hardtack.
No. Right now, I'm eating hamburgers by themselves.
Yeah.
Or hot dogs, no buns.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a 0 carb alternative, I can cut these bread real thin and have 1 on top, 1 on bottom, and make a sandwich out of it. And it's only egg whites, but it comes out like bread. It really does. So that's my newest trick I'm going to start doing.
Well, I'm going to go feed the fish. We're
going to start talking about, sausage and gravy now. Start the whole big argument.
No, I'm done. Sue says too many tanks. Thank you. I'm already running on too many tanks.
I'm out my 3rd drink. I started another one. I'm going to be drinking out of toilet paper rolls soon.
Well, people.
Yeah, no, it's 9 o'clock. We're going to have to call this. But I am so sore from sitting here for 3 hours. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to call it.
Stay fishing, my friends. It's been a beautiful evening.
It's been fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's always fun time.
Got to see more of you on the tours.
Oh, Gracie said she uses lettuce leaves for bread. I tell you what, I take romaine lettuce and I'll take a leaf of that and I'll take up I mix up tuna, and make tuna salad, and I'll put a piece of cheese on there and then my tuna salad and I wrap it with the romaine and I eat it like a roll. That's great. That's good. I mean, everybody like that. Even Skylar like that. She don't really like anything I eat,
All
but
right,
she'd love them.
How about letting us get out of here before we get into another conversation?
All right, guys. Love you. Thanks for hanging out with
Travel
us.
well,
You take care. We're out of here. I got to go feed Jerry or he's going to, take a baseball bat to me while I sleep.
I think there's some chicken in there.
There is some chicken, yes. All right, we ended that. Let's end this here.